I'm hitting the button. We need to start. It's been like 15 minutes. We're starting. Okay. The button is hit. We're going. Shout out to patrons. Agar, Comics, Black OG, Carlos, Quad, Jeremy Vasquez, Kylie Jen, Mr. Floyd, Rogue Robin, Shiny Piece, I'm Granny Bob, so don't over 723, Video Game 75. Don't worry, I did that read much better when I recorded once today. Okay. Patron read, out the window. Throw it. I made a boinging sound instead of a throw sound. If we edited these like a Saturday morning show, I would insert breaking glass and a cat meow sound. Okay. Also, World Duty, it's Aramaa, yay. Rolled obligation, it's nobody. It was rank 50. It's definitely not 50 obligation. We rolled Destiny. It doesn't suck as much as it usually sucks. What did you spend your EXP on? Go.
Okay, I spent my XP on Pilot Space 2.
I haven't spent my XP on anything. It's a lot 20, and I believe due to various miscalculations on my part, I will be opting out of getting XP for a few sessions or two.
I say that doesn't really matter, but if everyone else has the problem, sure.
I kind of have a problem with it.
Lucky has a problem with it.
If only Lucky has a problem with it, I say we don't. It doesn't matter.
You sure you want to take that road axe?
That's a very dangerous road to take.
Here's the thing, I'm also having a problem with it, because I feel like I fucked up, and that's unfair to you guys.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like it seems like a 50-50 split.
Yeah,
so.
I had a kind of issue with it, because I had an issue before when I heard about it.
Okay.
Like,
so it's just Axe that doesn't care, therefore we've decided we care.
It's mostly because he's the sport character, but fair.
I mean, he's still got more EXP, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What if he turns around and takes the EXP he's gonna get and buys gunnery 50 million? And then he buys a sniper rifle and he's better at sniping than you.
I thought you were going to stop me with a logical argument, not just an Omega argument.
Wow. Do we need Axe for this session? No, I don't think
Gunnery
so.
50 million buys a sniper rifle.
Hold on. Let me just take out my picture of Camo and just doodle a big red X on it. Draw a big target on his back.
I guess I can never try to be witty with you people sometimes.
Well,
I mean, you should.
I'm trying to be funny when I said that.
You should be less insulting with your wit usually, because generally people don't take that well.
Yeah, you said logical arguments and then Omega arguments. And if you don't know Omega, he's usually very logical with his arguments. So telling him that he's not is usually a big slap in the face, my dude.
It's like, all right, you're dead now.
I more expected usually you give like a usual argument, not just a joke argument. But I guess it's more of like
it wasn't a joke argument. There's literally you are democratically outweighed. Therefore, we care.
It was more about the 50 million part.
This is how I speak.
That's sarcasm.
It was really like 5, and then I made it 50 million to exaggerate, so you'd get my point. Anyway, that's EXP. Actually, no, it's not, because that was only like half of you. That was just Loth talking about how we on air recalculated.
I got
EXP.
rapid reaction too.
Yeah, Lucky's is a little weird because he actually went through a respec and then bought. But I can tell you that like the last things he bought for Aramaa was let's see here. Without the thing, I had like what, 45? Yeah, so I bought Cool 2, Vigilance 2, and Discipline 3. So I'm getting up those defensive skills.
Okay, all very solid. Okay, all right. So last time, you guys steered a boat into port. You hand it over to the dock, and you're never going to see it again.
Fuck you, boat.
Everybody just flips off the sub as they leave.
Yeah.
I just hit my microphone with my headset. Good job, me.
Just blow it up as we leave. Like, no, we don't want to deal with this. Fuck this.
No, the reason why you're not going to see it is because it needs a lot of weeks, an excessive number of weeks of repairs, and several tens of thousands of credits invested.
I've done like 3 crazy Ivans with that. Camo did like 3, maybe 4 crazy Ivans in that sub.
Yeah. Most of the damage is from being proton bombed and torpedoed and stuff. But yeah. So yes, it's going to be repaired. You return to base. Cool. Did you guys actually take any wounds? Any wounds left?
I don't think we did.
I got strain.
Do you have critical injury?
Mine got healed, I think.
Oh, wait.
Do you remember everyone, like, Boots grabbed everyone and went to the infirmary before, like, the big showdown?
Yeah, so I believe everybody should have all their crit injuries healed. Everybody obviously will recover all their strain.
Yeah! Brief question.
Yeah?
Actually, 2, but one is on board.
Yeah, questions?
For duty triggers, just 1 extra wound threshold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
But
It's different
2
'cause it's
for
Nope,
Aramaa.
it's always been exactly the same.
okay.
Of course, if it gets doubles like 11s, etc., then it's more. But we'll get there when
Do we
get there.
ever... Have we ever actually rolled the doubles proc? I think we did it
I
once,
think
maybe.
we did like once. Only once.
Anyway, as I was saying, you will definitely heal your strain, because you get to rest. Kevin should probably get rid of 1 wound, I guess. That's 1 day of healing. And then the question is, are you guys immediately going to set out on your further quests? Because...
No, Aramaa has paperwork to do.
Okay. She has to write a report about that snake she punched, and why she wasn't there.
Then
They're
I
there
can-
for all the important bits, but yes.
Then I have to write up
other
Then I have to
rule.
write up a request to the ship's builders, the repairmen, put out job hunting sequence. Go probably talk to the mayor, maybe smile a bit, shake some hands, have some pictures taken.
When was
deal
I'm actually trying to remember. When was the last time you guys got paid for the bar? Was it recently?
No, it was recently.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Just double check.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it was like 1 or 2 sessions ago because it was after the pirate treasure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
no, that's only been like maybe a week since then, if
Yeah.
any. All right, so basically, you guys have a little bit of downtime, heal, do your stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. Aramaa, while she was doing paperwork, wanted to set you guys up with leadership classes.
Mm-hmm.
So, while you're doing paperwork, why don't you tell these guys what they're doing?
All right, so I'm gonna call the 3 of you into the office.
Oh no.
Aramaa sitting at her suite. This is her office in the base. This ain't the bar office where everything is nice and cash. No, this is real business. Real business. So Aramaa is basically sitting behind her desk. She has data pads and paperwork. Like clones are running back and forth from the office with orders as she's billing out instructions.
Mm-hmm. Clones,
Lot of-
droids, whatever.
And she's gonna turn to you like, "Oh, good, 3, you've come, please." And she will motion you forward.
I take a seat.
Okay.
So,
Let's
which
go.
one of you flips the chair around and sits like a cool guy?
Boots. Because he seems like the kind of asshole who'd do that.
I wonder how much, like, if Camo just, like, actually, like, slaps you on the shoulder and be like, "Deh, show respect."
Well, I figured Kevin would be in the corner, like, trying to lean against it like a cool guy.
No, Camo's
No.
very rigid. I expect he probably wouldn't sit unless Aramaa told him to sit, which he did.
No.
That's just the impression I get from
Alright.
Perfectly normal way of sitting.
Alright, so Aramaa will put down her papers. If she actually had eyes, she would take off her glasses, but she doesn't, so...
Has glasses on anyway.
Has glasses on anyway. But, It's like-
Contacts.
boys, like, it's something, like, I've just realized something. You have done quite a bit, for this planet and for the Republic as a whole. This is in part closely because you basically keep me out of trouble, and I do the same for you. But it's put me into realizing that in a lot of these situations, when I am not around, things seem to fall apart a little. And I can't have that. As you two represent my most direct power in certain areas, I can't have it be that you go to pieces the moment I'm not around. So with that in mind, between missions, I will be assigning you tasks to hopefully cultivate your sense of action and leadership. Thankfully, there shouldn't be nothing too terribly unless something goes horribly, horribly awry and the Force decides that it is just time for you to have a trial. But it should be fairly simple.
I feel like
Freddy's
there should
first-
be a dramatic peal of thunder outside when you say that.
What?
Don't,
Which
like
looks
I said,
wrong.
don't, I'm like,
At the very least, these leadership exercises won't have us being punched and kicked by you, General.
well, no, that's only what's going to happen if you fail. I've recently made breakthroughs in my studies of the empty hand style, and I said those who are not performing up to task will find themselves going through several rounds of hand-to-hand training with me.
Empty hand style. Aren't you
You can
always
punch droids.
empty-handed when punching people?
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Just mumbling to myself. I'm happy that I got a chuckle out of Omega.
Boots is the best of us.
The worst thing is I didn't actually hear what he said, so
I didn't hear it really either.
That's the problem. I actually didn't hear it.
It's okay. You wouldn't have heard it. It's fine. It's in the audio.
I heard it, but
Trust me.
I was thinking about what
I'll type it in so we. So
Yeah,
we
you
can
type it. That'd be great. But Aramaa will look to Boots briefly and questioningly, but move on. It's like, so for the first task, well, we're just gonna basically go on to an extension of something that's already been in progress. Camo, you've been doing good work with Fairy on establishing a actual decent living quarters for all our swamp spiders. But now that we have them, we kind of have to put them to work. As they're, okay, now that I say it does kind of make me laugh, but I won't actually comment on it. But as I said, right now the swamp spiders are just enjoying the easy life as we dig into our budget, feeding them and cleaning up after them, and we can't have that. So what we're going to be doing is Camo, you, Boots, and Kavis are going to be taking out a contingency of clones to map out good patrol routes between here and outlying settlements. Basically, I want you to set up a good amount of coverage from here to More Iridu, and see if you can make it out as far as Canhead, Big Hills, and maybe even Ubeshu. Now,
okay.
Along with this, in order to help keep down our own costs, you're to be scouting out and see if there's potential foraging locations for the swamp striders. Now, as I said, you're going to have a contingency of men, so you're going to need to be able to command them to fan out and come back at specific times, so you need to plan out your food and whatnot. This is not going to be a task that happens just over one day. You expect you to be out several days in the field. As it happens, I have to be very busy right now. I said, with the sub we've pulled in, there has been an amazing amount of inquiries. Would you understand that by the time I got to my office, there was already a mail from someone in the Republic asking if they could buy this up for personal purposes? I haven't even made the report, and someone knew.
Don't worry, General Aramaa. I would much rather do my foraging and leadership exercises than paperwork.
Well,
so I wish you all the best.
That totally tells me what I'm going to make your next task. Let's teach you the joys of bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. He's the new Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Baraka from Mortal
Kombat
comes
like a debate as I eat brains.
Baraka tried to, like, in a suit and glasses, trying to write something down.
Stabbing desk by accident.
So, your task is to basically pick from the squad the men you want to take with you, the ones you think are best suited. Make sure you get all the swamp striders equipped with proper tack, harnesses, and food, and other gear. The same for yourselves. That's it. You go out, you map patrol routes, you find good locations for the swamp striders to graze, and you set up, you're going to basically be setting up a patrol routes between here and whatever major or minor settlements you can.
By the way, there's no way that this won't be on a test later, by which I mean that Omega will make this matter. So,
Mechanically, that's going to be like Camo's going to be doing survival checks to lead the swamp striders and the cavalry, and then like he will the actual
survival for pathfinding and animal control, astrogation probably for actually making maps,
and then
ultimate challenge.
And
this will be on the test.
Boots will actually have to
checks for picking your men and keeping them under control. Maybe knowledge warfare for picking dudes. Who knows?
This might be easier once Boots gets the actual officer tree.
Nah, I think Boots is like Knowledge Warfare 3, so he's pretty good at logistics.
Oh, okay. I thought he actually needed actual leadership to lead the group.
And I think doesn't Kavis have Leadership 1?
No.
No? Okay, I thought somebody had Leadership 1.
I thought Aramaa was the one that actually had actual leadership.
Oh,
I think that was part of the problem. None of us actually had actual leadership skill.
Yeah, remember I did get Knowledge Warfare 3, and I specifically bought that out of class because I'm like, I'm gonna want or need this.
Oh yeah, kind of a secondary objective, but if you happen to stop by any of the parishes, towns, Moriarty, I want you to do a little, what's the word? Testing the waters. See how people feel about the clones. See if they want more protection, or see if they want less protection. Aramaa holds up 2 more pieces of paper. This one letter, this is from a lovely merchant from Ubeshu, who is clamoring that they are going to need an actual clone detachment stationed there, much like More Iridu, for their protection and everybody's. And on this other one, is a letter telling the previous letter that they're a sapsucker and they don't need no clone protection. Fun fact, do you know where the term sapsucker comes from? I actually had to ask the captain about this. Apparently there used to be a tree that, when injured, would exude a narcotic sap that to deter creatures from tearing into it. When, a little bit more intelligent people showed up, they found that they could get high off of it. So, at some areas, you can find someone just attached, lips first, to a tree. Ain't this planet great?
The supposed aliens that made this place had a ball, it feels like.
Well, no matter. The tree has been mostly harvested out because, well, you don't want narcotic trees just growing around anywhere. But maybe you'll find one day.
Yeah. Knowing it's separatists, they probably would have made that some kind of war crime as well.
Probably. Anyway. So, I need you to actually go do some casing and seeing what people actually want from the clone army here, besides to protect their shit and stay off their lands.
Well, it feels like we'll be having to make a lot of compromises.
Blam.
Yeah. And, again, you three are collectively in charge of this.
Yep.
That is all.
Right.
I have more
Collectively in charge, and we have our own...
Shush.
thoughts. Okay. Fine. See you at dinner.
You mean dinner like a week from now?
Armaa just mutters to herself as they leave.
I wonder
you guys
if this
pass
is like
in the other office area. Captain Shark enforcing discipline amongst the men. It's like, you move that pot plant. You paint those pipes. He eyeballs you. He eyeballs you guys and like
paint off those pipes from that yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. You strip that paint off. That paint job was terrible. He's gonna have to do it again. Gives you guys the eye check. Are you guys busy enough? No, I smell blood in the water. You've got a job to do.
So, as everyone else, before Camo leaves the room, he puts a work form on the desk, and then like a credit stub, it's basically like, I want to obtain this. I'll be gone for a week, so maybe you could obtain this.
Oh, you're putting in a requisition form?
Yes, to you.
Okay, and you're giving me the credits for it?
Yes, which is the 11K for the optical camouflage.
Okay. Look, Aramaa sees it, nods, and puts the credit sheet in in a drawer, and puts the requisition form at the bottom of her giant paperwork to do.
I literally just imagine it's just a note that says, "Camo, please," from Camo.
No, with Camo, it's like the fucking brochure. He bought the fucking. He downloaded the fucking manual on the HoloNet and just be like, "It's really cool. I want this."
It's
just all like pros and cons and professional.
He's glued the pictures from the magazines onto it.
That space stapled to the actual finely worded document. Like he actually thoroughly did everything to the letter on the actual doc, but then stapled the brochure to it.
Whereas with Boots, it would be like a crayon drawing of a grenade launcher. Boots want make clankers go boom. Please give grenade. I shouldn't joke. Your int's probably not that bad.
It's 3. Yeah. For shits and giggles, he might, but for Aramaa requesting something, he wouldn't do that. That's stupid. He'd do something else stupid.
Anyway, okay, you guys need to do a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta be creative with your stupidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I believe the easiest way to break this down is 1, you need to pick some guys, because she told you to pick some guys. You can't go alone. That's against the rules. 2, you need to get some Swamp Striders. You probably need to make sure there's enough Swamp Striders for all the guys, so that they have all the stuff they need.
Yeah.
3, then you take those Swamp Striders and those guys into the swamp and stride them.
Yes.
And not get lost, we hope. Because you need to make sure that you've got enough food for those Swamp Striders and those guys in the swamps. And then while you're in the swamp, you want to look for anything of interest. I think that's a good blanket for what Aramaa's got going on.
Yeah.
Since she told you to be on the lookout for several things, so just points of interest.
So
and then number 5, the optional thing. If you run into any civilians out there, do ask them about stuff.
Okay.
So
I think I have set up a good mini mission.
Mm-hmm. Somebody should probably make me an average knowledge warfare check to pick guys. Preferably guys who have riding experience or scouting experience. Well, scouting experience is most of you, because we've talked about this. The Swamp Dogs are a force recon unit. So most of them probably have some level of recon experience, but you want guys who actually have done training or got experience with handling, animal handling.
Did you say average?
Yidge.
Oh. No, that's
different.
New.
Slightly different display. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
Neat. That was the upgrades we're talking about. All right, yes. With two successes and one advantage, you're able to do this fairly quickly and swiftly. And just you go to the personnel department where there's a couple of clones, and they're really tight officer uniforms with their collars. And you just scroll through the data files and pick what's a good number. Aramaa didn't say a number. I'll say a number. Probably like 2 squads, like a dozen guys. And you find people with the qualifications you need, so they're not shitty at this.
Yep.
Good job.
And then divvy them up between the 3 of us.
12 does divide by 3.
Yeah. Because I figured we weren't going to, all go together.
Yeah.
Well, that would definitely be better, because you all have to go out on your own. This does mean that some of you will be making checks on your own without backup, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's the point of this deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awkward considering...
Struggle.
Eh.
Well, they'll live.
Yeah, they'll live.
Or they won't.
Or
I like how all of you say they'll live about each other.
Use the skills I actually
get
good at
attacked
to
by
do things.
Attacked by one of those bat creatures at night.
What are you talking about? Boot has been lost for 7 years. Just walked into the jungle and never returned.
That'll be the post Clone Wars plot. We find Boots in the jungle. He never got Order 66. He's literally been lost for 20 years. Just him and his sun hat, his fisherman hat.
Walking in a circle for several years.
All right. Okie dokie. So, yeah. It would probably be, well, you've got your guys, so 4 guys each. I'm not going to make you roll, per se, to get your Swamp Striders geared up.
Okay.
Just because the shit's all there, it's not worth really nitpicking about. It exists in the place with the stuff. Here's the question. I'm gonna say it's probably a 2-day ride, total, assuming you're not riding constantly, which would tire out your animals and would probably be counterproductive, but it's probably a full... Actually, no, let's go for it's a full day's ride to More Iridu, and then probably another day to outlying settlements. You're looking at 4 or 5 days if you want to go all the way out to Obeshu. But
Okay.
how many days of supplies are you going to pack? Keeping in mind that you might be slow and might get lost, or your supplies might get damaged. But also, if you oversupply, I will tell you right now, Aramaa will yell at you when you get back because you took a bunch of food that maybe other people needed.
Mm-hmm.
I think
So-
a week works just to a week's worth is fine just to compare for any traveling issues.
All right. Camo's unit is
Aramaa
taking
in
the
your
week.
head.
Go to
Other
a
guys?
best-
This is a...
What?
Boy.
Ooh, Discord's
Discord
freaking out
GP.
a little bit on me.
That'd be Marth.
Oh no. Can no one hear me?
I hear you.
No,
Okay.
I could not hear people very well. Discord dropped a lot of that for me.
Ah.
So
Okay.
Okay.
Marth wasn't causing...
I'm more it was Marth.
let me try reconnecting. Discord.
But,
Discord.
Okay,
Hear
there
you.
we go.
so,
I think now
Boots
I exist.
will assuredly try to pick the most newest of the groups of the clones, and also use will take about 2 days worth of travel, because this will be, in his experience, live training for him and those newish recruits, if there are any in there.
All right. Sounds like you're aiming for a shorter route.
No, we're taking it roundabout slower, but we're going to be foraging on the way because that's the training.
Okay, so you're packing for 2 days and you're just survival training. I was just saying
Yeah.
that it sounded like Camo, as is natural for him, was going to try and not quite overachieve, but maximum achieve. Like Aramaa told him he could go further if he wanted, and Camo, the ARC Trooper, was immediately like, "Yes, I will go further."
I'll do all the things she asked.
Yeah.
Maximum over potential.
So okay. So Boots is going for a lower amount of supply with a forage, but it's riskier. And then that just leaves Kavis, I guess. 5 days, so he takes an average amount.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
no.
I figured I'd do 5 because I could
Try
probably
to avoid. They'll probably try to avoid using the supplies in focus more on forward.
If we're all going to do separate squads, technically, shouldn't we just be going to different locations? So one group goes to a we all go.
Well, yeah, you should probably all be following different routes, but you might need different patrol routes between like different outlying settlements and midpoints and stuff. Yeah. So Aramaa wants a pretty thorough map because you need to be on alert. All right, so you've got your guys, you picked your supplies. So let's do some checks. So let's see. Lucky, what do you think? Astrogation first to plan their route with maps, and then survival to actually get out in the woods?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody make me an average astrogation check to actually plan a route.
Oh god, I don't...
That's int-based.
Yeah!
Ooh, 2 threat. Okay.
Look at those 2 blank green dice.
Oh, I guess all of us did it separately, which makes it extra hard,
Yeah, there's no assistance. Nope, you need to put roll in there.
I didn't know if I didn't have any actual points in astrogation.
What threat?
God.
Uh-oh.
I thought he was actually okay at astrogation.
No, I don't think anybody's actually bought astrogation. Just Kavis and Boots collectively are our 2 big brains on the team.
Yeah, and then I'm just...
3 int?
You're gonna be what, 2 int?
Yeah.
Oh, but you do the best,
come on! Of course.
Well, he has the power of untrained rolls!
I have the weirdest untrained luck, or more of like, I get luckier when other people don't do well.
It does seem like it. It does seem like when other people futz up, you do well, but then when you're just trying to do your thing is when you get most chaotic.
That's also my gotcha roll in general.
The luck stealer, I see.
Alright, so I think we've got some different results here. We have a failure, we have a flat success. Well, it's got an extra in there, but it's just success. And then we have a success with threat. So, here's what the haps is. This is just your mapped route. You guys might be able to compensate for some of your things with your actual survival rolls to wander in the woods and lead your animals. So let's see. What's the best way to describe this? Camo, you plot a direct route, or at least a fairly terrain-following route. But you actually double-check your topography. You look for lowlands. You know the kind of terrain that suits swamp striders because you're actually trained at survival. So you make a very open-ended route that goes your distance and leaves you plenty of wiggle room if you have to take a detour, basically.
Yeah, they're also good in low water locations, so like areas that are somewhat flooded don't actually matter that much.
Yeah. And actually they do. They're, Actually, let me pull up the notes. I should remind everybody what the stats on a swamp strider are. Because I did actually give their status.
Oh, I will probably say before setting out Boots, we'll tell the clones he's bringing that this will possibly be a difficult exercise. It really depends on how well they all work together. There may or may not be complications that happen, but that's the point of this exercise as well.
Yeah, so as you note, swamp walkers ignore difficult terrain from water and swamps and no movement penalties in water. Because they have big, broad, swampy feet.
And they got beak mouths.
Yes. Like I said, they're kind of like 4-legged duck-billed dinosaurs.
They're like a weird mix between like...
I see, a feral platypus.
I was thinking like duck horses.
That would also probably be a good one, duck horse.
But like...
Their legs are a little like thick, but they end in big webs, big broad pads.
Yeah, like a mix between like a duck, a dinosaur, and a horse.
Alright. So, that's Camo's route. It's very straightforward. It's pretty to the point. Boots, you let your guys know it's going to be a difficult exercise, so I'm just going to say with your 2 threat, you basically just draw a straight line to the target and are like, if there's rough terrain, we'll get over it. You take if it's hard route.
Yep. This is the general idea, and then we'll come across any difficulties and we'll get around to it.
So, and Kavis, let's see. I'll ask you, what do you think makes more sense for Kavis as a character? Do you just make basically no plan and are just like, the Force will tell me? Or do you plan wrong?
I think it's probably like the Force will tell me. He's direct with the sword.
Alright, so Kavis basically makes no plan. Like, he just looks at the maps before setting out and is like, the Force will figure it out for me. And thus, that's his result. So, he's gonna plot as he goes. Real living Force guy, this Kavis.
I was always thinking that he wrote a thing, but it's like, wait, this is not a map, this is a report. This is actually useless.
Okay. All right. So now it's time for the next step. I'm going to need you guys to make me an average survival check to actually ride your animals in a woods. Your clone buddies can give you 1 boost dice as a collective unit. You get assistance from them. No, you guys chose to go separately.
Yeah.
Because you guys all picked different groups and split up.
Yep. I didn't...
Though, actually, before I make the roll, tell you guys to make the roll for you set out, are you going to compare notes before you leave?
Probably, because I want to make sure we're actually, getting the same end of goal and meeting back, because I assume we're going to meet at Obeshu.
Actually, hang on. I can witness this. Hang on 1 second, because now I'm worried about these boys. Hang on.
Are you going to check their homework before they leave?
No, they're making their beds and they're gonna fucking sleep in it. But. I'm gonna, hang on. I'm just gonna go down to the quartermaster's, give me 3 surveillance tags.
He just slides them across the counter.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna go to each of my boys here, and it's all I'm just gonna fasten it to them. Just
stick them with a tag. All right.
It's only several kilometers, but
if they get lost, this will turn into search and rescue training, and they'll be able to find you.
Yes. Just in case.
It's like she gave you a bell. Yes.
I mean, yes. Tracker, so yeah.
All right. So you're each tagged with a surveillance tag. All right.
Because they're uncomfortable about this.
You guys compare notes, and basically, in character, you all discover what I told the others. So, Camo has a very well-planned route that looks like it's very efficient, but not too hard. Camo is focused on completing the objective, as makes sense for him. So his route is all about actually finishing the mission. You guys note that Boot's route is more about the exercise. He has chosen a route to test his unit,
and himself.
And Kavis basically, like I said earlier, just we'll just go to the point, and whatever happens, happens. Trust of the force.
How on point were your guys' characters?
I know, right?
Yeah, you guys know if any of you want to make any in-character observations beforehand, that's fine.
Okay.
I will say that this means you can probably spend your advantages and whatever to help others on rolls, maybe, because you'll know where other people are going.
Okay,
we didn't get any advantage on that education check.
Yeah. Right. What do we do now? The survival roll?
Yes, so this will be an average survival check. All of you should add 1 boost dice because you've got a squad of minions with you, basically. You've got troopers who are good at this. I'm going to say, Kavis, you should actually make this a hard check because you have no plan. You are just surviving. And add 1 setback die. And Boots, add 2 setback dice because you made your route hard. However, there are no additional setback dice for terrain or environmental conditions because Swamp Striders are good at this and they're trained. Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
Jesus Christ!
Wow. No?
Okay.
See? Camo's good at this.
One failure.
Oh, come on!
Aw.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, is this the session where Marth doesn't roll so good?
We'll see.
He's also not rolling in, his best things.
No, but he has the yellow dice at least. Loth still technically succeeded, but he got threat.
Yeah. I mean, it fits. I didn't expect it for Marth just to go more downhill.
Okay.
No, I expected
I
this.
would say, could you add the force to this roll because you're actually purposely saying
not strictly. No, I believe there are talents for that.
Okay.
So you have to.
Sorry.
Okay. So it's the force power things like the one starting with A that allows you to have survival stuff.
Oh, it's not like force instincts or something.
No, there's a talent or a power that lets you do that specifically.
Okay. So it's like all the special talents for force where it's like you can add it this check or it's like the reroll talents, right?
Or powers.
Okay.
There's don't force talents that let you do that.
Actually,
so the funny thing is, actually, you said he's going downhill, and I literally imagine that's what's happening. He's taking the Swamp Striders downhill.
Yeah.
Where's in this document? Where's my vertical crowds traffic?
At least we have a tracker so we can go find him.
There's
Actually,
wilderness.
once
do
again-
you have... Well, actually, I don't know if you want to... do you have something to prove? Because, like, it's a Padawan ability.
Something
Oh,
to-
I thought you were asking if like in
No,
character there's something to
it's a
prove.
talent. My bad. I should probably have actually explained that.
Oh, is that
basically
the
so-
force? Is that the force strain one?
Yeah. It's only
I
once per
don't.
session. Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, just to let everyone know, something to prove is once per session, suffer force strain to re-roll a failed check. If the check succeeds, the character heals force strain.
Oh man, Padawan has a lot of good talents, doesn't there?
Yeah,
Well,
they're
it's a-
set up
it's
to
a-
be learners.
Yeah.
It's like the recruit tree, isn't it?
Kinda.
Kinda.
It's interesting where it's like they make a lot of like first only trees really good.
Oh, okay. I like this.
I love that.
All right.
I'm sorry, Marth. I was hoping.
Once again, our roles seem to be on point for our characters.
What do I do with all that advantage?
Well, in this situation, I mean,
Probably. Well, you're probably going to do foraging and stockpiles.
Yeah.
And then maybe like find things, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's basically what I think, because you can look at the wilderness chart in the holocron on page 103 for
Okay, I was wondering if it like be like, oh, I find people that actually like the people, but we get to the places they actually like us.
No,
You
this is
find
just
a
your
long
wandering
lost
track. This is
tribe.
like this is for the scouting part. So,
Oh, okay, let me just open
for boots, well, we'll just proc Heavens Erupt. So, boots, you succeed, but your unit is basically inundated with a flash rain. So the montage is like while Camo's thinking about some stuff, because I think it'll just be like you'll establish stockpiles and things and forage.
like, yeah, Camo will be doing his thing, and like the montage cuts to Boots and his men, and like it's like raining heavily, and
Yeah,
like,
it's raining heavily.
making makeshift shelters for them and the
Mhm.
Swamp Striders.
Oh yeah, stockpiles. Let's see, I could do stockpiles, field rations, foraging, planning, surprise, companions. I could get more striders.
Well, to pass
could,
the,
actually.
to pass the rain, everyone, candy bar for you, for you, for you.
Yeah,
Just
and
help with
then,
spirit.
but I will say, raining does the heavy rain does have an effect for if you're going to make any brawn or agility based checks. They're upgraded once, but I don't think you are per se. So your route is direct, so it's speedy, because you got 3 successes. So and Camo is going to gather some extra supplies, I think, and establish a stockpile.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do stockpile, faithful companion, and then I think successful foraging. Why can I say it right?
It's okay. I have trouble spelling it. All right.
So it's like food, stockpiling, and then I guess more striders or something else, depending.
Yeah. So basically, Camo finds more friendly swamp striders. Yeah, that's what he said. And he finds good herding grounds for them, and so you find good grounds for them to eat, which means you stockpile supplies, you leave a little cash, you mark it so that people can find these units when you come back, and you do, as we say, the thing. So, you guys arrive at your patrol on Mort Iridu, fairly robustly. You've found more animals to bring in, you've stockpiled supplies, got some more food. Your guys are actually, quite happy and chipper because they, they would basically have strain recovery, so they're doing pretty good. Boots, you technically arrive at Mort Iridu at like the checkpoint or whatever, when you're checking in first at the end of your day. Your guys are like, they're, soaking wet inside their armor. You didn't do bad enough to like lose any supplies or anything, but like you got there fast, you got there sooner, but everybody had a rough time. Everybody's real quiet and grim.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like, okay, guys, day of rest. Take the day off, like, afterwards.
All right.
Like, that was rough, but we did it, and we succeeded.
Okay. And then, Kavis, with a K. You're just lost, my dude. Like, there's a sudden rainstorm, and you lose track of the target, and you're gonna take basically an extra day to find it.
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully you stumble upon something interesting on the way.
You're 2 days into your supplies.
Yes.
and Camo and Boots, your units are also a day in. So, you guys have both arrived at basically your first check-in at Mor Iridu. Kavis is not there. How do you clones feel about this?
Concern, but considering the mission, we should probably just leave some designated supplies because they might need it when they get here.
Okay. You want to give up any of your supplies?
I did forage some recently, so maybe I can actually, got some of the surplus I've got for them. So
Yeah, honestly, you scavenged, so you probably didn't technically use any of your supplies worth of supplies that you brought with you.
I could probably, leave a day for, the designated when they get here, because they might need it.
Okay. So, you do that.
I was going to recommend that, since, as you mentioned earlier, my clones were feeling a bit out of it, this would be their day of rest as we wait for, Kavis to show up.
Alright. Okay. That Camo should probably still leave a day of supplies, because they'll be behind. But
yeah,
right,
we'll look after it for them.
Okay, so Boots takes an off shift, basically, doing a day on, day off, and waits for Kavis to show up. Camo leaves behind extra supplies for Kavis' squad and pushes on. So, go ahead and make me another survival check to basically do your next block of the patrol.
Okay.
Would you allow me to make a charm check to increase the morale of my units or men, or would that be a leadership check?
It would really be leadership. You could do charm, I think. Though that would probably make sense because that's just you, being friendly.
So what's the next survival roll?
You'll get pretty good at this once everything clicks into place. You can make instead of charm or leadership.
Yeah, you can make probably an average charm.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's okay.
Okay, so
God damn it!
Boots, you take a strain, but basically you spend a lot of your energy on your day of rest getting your people's spirits up.
okay.
Marth, I'm not going to make you roll a second survival to get there because you'll keep being lost. unless you guys really want Marth to keep being lost in the swamp.
No,
He goes backwards somehow, ends up back at the base.
that's not.
So I would just say that you use your extra day, you get into this, and you find, Boots' unit is waiting, and Camo's unit has left supplies to replace basically the day you lost.
Borderline failure has occurred for me.
Okay.
Well, you succeed with advantage, so...
I didn't get any successes.
Oh yeah, sorry, you fail with advantage is the word I was looking for.
Right.
So I will say you're gonna lose the day, basically, as we're doing, but you do have advantages, so...
I could just spend those as a normal check.
Yeah, kind of. Do you want to give yourself, do you want to, make it so that you can, you can spend 3 to leave a stockpile that you or the others behind you can find. You can spend 2 to get your supplies back, basically. You could probably spend 2 to, give yourself a boost die on the next check. What are you thinking about?
I might actually do the stockpile, then more foraging, just so, we don't lose food for being lost today.
Okay. So you continue to leave... You leave stockpiles with Republic markings for patrols behind you. You're doing a very good job of establishing caches, basically.
So Axe is trailblazing.
Yeah, basically. He's leaving caches and marking routes and foraging,
that
living off the
trail
land.
that
Camo,
we blazed.
your duty is sabotage, ain't it?
Yeah, I guess. It just that happens more in conflicts we're in, but I could do trailblazing if that was.
I was just wondering. For some reason, I thought your duty was support. I was like, wait, no, that's not Camo.
No, that's Kavis.
I honestly could. I think originally was support, kind of, but I think originally, it was
your first was it wet work?
It was loss prevention or something.
Yeah, it was something.
Really
we worked on it. Workshopping. Anyway,
I could honestly do sabotage and trailblazing, but I feel like it just one or the other applies.
Your duty is about subverting the enemy. Yeah. I think we had this conversation about whether you wanted to be more offensive or defensive, and we decided to stay with sabotage and offensive. Okay, let's not debate on that too long. This is not technically the goal of the session, or is it? Who knows? Though I like you said, this is a lot more interesting than I think everybody first planned. So it is now the start of the 3rd day for everybody.
Okay.
Boots and
Kavis.
Yeah, Kavis and Camo can all make checks. and just you guys I don't think have any real boosts or negatives on this, so it's just average.
Just same thing as last time.
Yeah, because you didn't pick
The
any
extra
options.
boost in the minion group and stuff.
Yes, you get 1 boost for your group.
Yeah, survival again. Okay.
Okay, now that's
average time or hard still.
Well, okay. Are you gonna keep to your to your no
Wait,
plan, Kavis, or
Ignore
I read at a boost die off.
I think.
Yeah, no, ignore that.
What?
I rolled a boost die when a yellow when I
think
shouldn't have.
Kavis will just pick Orson those from, I guess, Loth's group.
okay? Then yes, you can roll average.
Oh,
And this
I
is
didn't only
a
had base
boost.
survival.
So you put
With a boost for your guys.
no setback. Okay, let's do.
So I guess you get lost together, but it doesn't go badly because boots is okay.
No, he just checks the notes, then he goes out on his own again.
Yeah, basically. All right, Kavis, you once again wander in the woods. You are down a day of supplies, and you're not there.
Did you at least make sure to take the stockpile left?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you find the marks and you move on. But we're gonna say that it's gonna take you 2 days to get to the next one, so you use 2 days worth of supplies.
Okay, so that's mark down 1.
Boots, you also use 2 days worth of supplies, going 1 day worth of travel. Good job, buddy.
But you got
You
your
fail.
advantage.
But yeah, what do you want to do with your advantage? You can.
If you don't mind me asking, what page was it again for the?
It's
if
page
you're-
101 on the GM holocron.
If you're scrolling, it's 101, but if you want to go directly to the page, you have to type 103, as
Yeah.
noted, because the title pages count.
Yeah.
It also, I think, has like some weird cutoff at the end.
But yeah, so the examples are like, favorable planning. You can, predict the weather for next time for 1. You can spend 3 to also leave a cache and do your trailblazing thing. You can use 2 to discover some rations, and get a day's worth of food extra, or you could spend 1 to just forage for food so you don't lose the food you have because you're foraging, but you don't necessarily make a net gain,
Can I spend the 3 on 2 for the foraging and the 1 on foraging? So just a lot of foraging.
Yes, you can spend 1 so you don't spend any food for your extra day, and then you take long-term food. So I think that would make it so you basically act as if you didn't spend the 2 days worth of food yet, because you stockpile and you forage. So
I think I just do field
patrolling. Well, I thought we were going scavenger hunting for berries.
well, you're treating this like a lot like an exercise. So basically, the weather's a lot clearer on your second trip. So you're like, okay, boys, let's try and find some food, and maybe you get a little slowed down. You failed with advantage again, so you get a little slowed down doing the foraging. So it takes you an extra day, but you don't really lose any supplies. So. And you do note, you don't excessively take supplies. You do note that there's a lot of foraging opportunities along the way. Your animals can get a lot of feed and stuff. You can replenish the feed bags.
Yeah.
And then, where was Axe's actual roll? 5 success, 2 advantage. Are you just gonna forage again?
I'm just gonna do field rations, yeah.
Alright. Okay, so you basically don't use the day's worth of supplies, because you get there fast. And honestly, with 5, you probably shave it down so, it takes you half a day to move on.
So I find some decent route or something you can do if you only have shops a group of swamp riders or something.
Yeah, you find a little animal trail, game trail shortcut, and cut down some of the time pretty significantly. These guys are still technically a day behind you because they didn't set out until you were on your second day, and they both got lost for a day.
And I lost a day, so it wasn't that much of a merit.
So, like I said, you're a day ahead of them. You're in probably Canhead or something. Or Big Hills,
Probably spend some time checking the situation with the other clones just to see.
All right. Honestly, your guys are pretty. They feel pretty good about this whole operation. They haven't lost any morale. You haven't really done anything to threat yet, so they all feel, they're following a fucking arc, dude. They're having a great time. No,
I'm at the town.
No, well, there's no clones in town.
I was going to ask around the town with the clones.
Okay. Roll me an easy streetwise check.
Okay.
Read the streets. And this will probably take up your extra half day you basically made up.
Yeah, that's fine. This is also an objective. So.
Well, yeah, you're using the extra time you got to do that. Okay. So we'll say you're in Big Hills, which is the town you guys defended from bandits. That one mayor who was kind of a douchebag to you, is looking like he's gonna lose the election. Oh
no! How bad?
The current candidate is a former member of the local constabulary who is like, is like, there's a war on. We're gonna need, posse. And heard there's militia up in the capital, and we should look at fortifying the hills so that we can protect our precious plants.
It's one of the richer places on the planet. So yeah,
I don't know about that, but they do have a good crop. So yeah, it looks like the tide is turning. They are positively disposed to clones, and they wouldn't mind. Honestly, with your, you got advantage on that. You probably find some guys, some local homesteaders who are like, oh, you need a place to, put up your swamp striders tonight. They'll let you, stable your animals. Probably not to the point of for free you can stay at the inn, but they can make it comfy so you can sleep in some stable rafters or something. Have a roof over your head.
We got roof over our heads, yeah.
And they're not. They like the Republic. You guys did defend them from bandits, so they're positively disposed to you. And they are currently interested in more armament and defenses. It looks like you could Aramaa could probably take her militia show here and, get some people interested in that sort of training and stuff.
I will mark that down for the end report.
All right. So basically, the next day shows up. Even though these guys are supposed to be a day behind you, they don't show up. So what do you do, Camo?
Do I have comms? Let's see.
You do have a hardened comlink.
I do have a hard comlink because I just might be
you can try and just call him. I won't make you make a check for that.
Boots report in.
Boots is currently, making some berry coffee or something.
You have to speak up. I'm drinking some coffee. What is it?
The thing where you put your hand on your face and then slowly slide it off out of fight the frustration. Campo does it, but it's over his helmet.
He helmet palms.
Helmet palm. Yeah. That is a good name. That is a good name for it.
Where are you?
Oh, we decided to take a bit of a scenic route, my group and I, because I figured we need some foraging and survival training.
You're making sure to at least mark down anything you find?
No. This is, hey, okay, hold on, I'll be honest here, buddy. We're not as good at the whole foraging thing as you, so we can't gather or find enough things to be like, hey, we'll leave some behind. This whole exercise that I figured I'd do for me and my clones would be, we gather along the way, because I know for a fact that when it comes to all of this foraging nonsense, I'm not as good as you. So I'm making do with what I have.
How
I think it's a good point to ask how everybody's supplies are, if assuming you're keeping a tally.
Well, I'm pretty sure...
What are your current supplies right now?
Well, probably about one more day left. But that's about it. We've been foraging to just kind of be stable at this point in time.
If you get in a situation, just don't forget to call.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not a fucking idiot. If we're in trouble, I'll give you a call.
Boots, confirmed. Not an idiot.
Now, if you excuse me, I need to add more berries to my berry coffee.
Good luck of traveling.
Just adding them in sugar cubes.
Yeah. That's
good. Oh man, I thought I was doing well, but okay, that worked. That failed, I guess.
You are doing well.
No,
I meant
doing
socially.
great.
I meant socially.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, how many supplies?
Actually, wait. I
left?
I also should probably check on Marth.
Okay, you call Kavis. Kavis, your belt rings.
Well, it just pulls out It's
General, what's your status?
His commander.
Why do I... Okay.
No, yeah, it is. He's a Padawan as commander.
I keep messing it up as a person. Kavis would never get that wrong.
I'm just I thought I took the right route, but I guess I'm taking the long or south route.
Are you lost?
One of the clones just shouts yeah, we're lost.
Sir, I believe we are, as they say, lost. One of them is shading his visor, looking at the sun. It's is the sun rising or setting?
And then, like, other two are just, like,
Rising.
crumbling. Like, we should have gone with the other two.
Do you need me to find you?
No, I think I'll arrive at the place soon. Probably another day or so.
I'll trust you on that. If things get really dangerous, you know who to ask.
I'll just know that, I need to do something to get these guys' morale up.
Oh, honestly, you've mostly just been failing, not necessarily with threat. Your guys' morale isn't really low. It's not particularly high either. It's just very average. Just be like, well, we're lost. But
Yeah,
let's...
about 3-4 days left of food.
Good luck, Commander.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a few days.
So, Aramaa,
Anything
it's
I
been
can-
about
if
4
anything, I
days.
can just- Yeah. If anything, I can just go hunt a Nightwing, Stingwing, whatever those things are called.
Aramaa
I
has
don't think
run
that's how you
into Aramaa has run into hang on, I have to look up her name real quick. Jenna Tana, one of the local guides, and she is flabbergasted that none of her boys thought of grabbing local guides to help them go.
We're allowed
through the
to
fucking
have local guides?
It's your fucking plan.
Well, yeah, exactly. There were no rules other than do it. So it
I thought
wasn't.
it
Yeah,
was
it
like-
wasn't
I thought
like
it was
that
supposed
much
to
of a
be only
homework
us.
assignment.
I thought that was the
Yeah.
whole point of it. It was supposed to be like it was only us, not like anyone
No.
else.
She didn't
Okay.
say that. She just said do the job.
I thought that was just
Pick your
I thought that was
unit,
the tone of like he wrote the original version and stuff. So like,
No, I literally came up with this on the spot.
Oh, okay.
And
I think
listen,
everybody
like,
took it as an excuse to be like, "Oh, well, we'll get some practice in." But
Oh yeah.
No,
So,
this is what
here's what I'm
is
s-
motivation.
This is
But
like,
this is
instead, like
This
but
is
also-
Kavis's motivation and self-reliance.
yeah.
So,
Like, I
but
feel
also-
like. Oh, sorry, Lucky.
Yeah, like Armand's like listening to this, guys. I'm real concerned. Like, you went out like half-cocked man, took no guide, completely widely different supplies. You went by yourselves, even though two of you are horrible at this. I'm like, I'm like I said, I've been keeping my mouth shut mostly because this is your guys' show.
right, you're
I'm
not
stuck-
there.
I'm not there. But oh my god.
Like, so here's the thing. I feel like in
apologize.
character, Kavis and Boots heard this and went, "Good, we can use this to improve ourselves."
Yeah.
Sure, we're
like I
gonna
said,
suck at it, but this will be a challenge or trial to ourselves.
Me as a
to
person
overcome.
looking at it is like, oh, okay, so he wants to give us Lucky as a player wants to give each of us players to do a thing where we all solo, like all as a group or as solo, all give checks to basically do a thing that like show we can do the thing without Lucky being there or Aramaa being there. And it's like, oh, I guess we shouldn't actually involve other people because it should be just self-reliant on us as a party.
That was most of the way correct, but no, I don't think Lucky or Aramaa meant that you couldn't involve NPCs because that's if you're doing leadership stuff, you're involving NPCs.
Yeah,
The goal-
all
the-
I'm just saying.
like I
All
said,
I'm
remember,
saying is
here's something I said. You guys are collectively in charge.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
thought originally we were doing as a group, but then I guess they split up.
Well, as I said, so it's day 4. Let's see here. Do we have
They
long-range
checked
comms?
into more Iridu at different times,
Mhm.
but they all checked in and they all left. So you know that they're there. They're probably running a little slow, but I mean they are technically trailblazing, so that's not crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you told them to make new routes basically,
Yeah.
which is
Armaa's
why I kind of had
Armaa's
to make that initial
concerned.
check to free ball. But
Armaa's
If they-
concerned, but she's gonna at the 7-day mark. If she hasn't actually got some good confirmation on all of them, she's going out for them.
Okay.
so, Camo, are you gonna wait the extra days so that these guys catch up, or are you just gonna push on?
I was gonna push on and probably make it to like the final location and then go back, and if like to get lost on the way back.
Okay, make me another survival check,
Okay.
Mr. Camo Man. Let's see, it was like 2 days. This will be a bigger chunk, so you're looking at like roughly probably 3 days time total if this
Gotcha.
succeeds. Maybe if you get a lot of success,
Okay.
you can shave that off.
Probably. Still average.
No,
Alright.
they're easy to handle and the terrain's not rough.
Okay, that's a
Nice.
All right, so you don't make any extra time. It does take you the full 3 days, but you do have some advantage to spend. I assume leaving more caches of supplies.
probably stockpiling because I already got extra striders, so I have like everyone's technically on a horse.
Oh yeah, everybody's on a horse already.
Yes,
Yeah, so I just got a bunch more. We could use this.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're not. You when you spent that, you didn't drag them with you, but rather you found them and like marked them for later.
Yeah, probably. Like,
I'm about to say, Arma's gonna be real bad if you brought more fucking mouths to feed home.
I didn't.
Yeah.
No, but you found more in the wild that would work because you found good herding grounds, basically.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
like,
actually left with 5 Stormstriders. How the fuck did you come back with like 12 more?
eh.
Did they multiply when I wasn't looking?
So what do you go? So Camo should mark off 3 days more worth of supplies. And what are you doing with your advantage?
can I guess it's only one instance of stockpile, but if it's stockpile requires for like the whole trip.
So it's the way I've kind of it's playing a little fast and loose because it's not strictly this, but I'm kind of imagining so that if you take the 1 pip to forge along the way, that basically means your 1 day or whatever 1 day of travel or whatever doesn't count. And if you you don't gain but you don't lose, but if you stockpile, you actually add +1 day to your supplies.
Okay,
So if you do both, you could get +1 day and then not lose a day. So you'd go +1 and only -2.
I only have -2 because I haven't lost any food of my 5 days so far. So actually, I'm only -2. I have 3 left if I stockpile.
Okay.
Leave something there.
All right. So you would have lost 1. I don't think you've ever gone negative net plus in supplies.
Oh yeah, then.
So you got
Yeah.
But still, you've got probably a couple of days extra supplies because of foraging and preserving.
Yeah.
Okay. So you arrive in your 3 days wandering through the woods, the swamps, the lowlands. You probably give the nod to a couple farmers. You didn't really threat, so nobody yells at you to get off my land. And just in general, you accomplished the primary mission. Now you just have to get back home. I don't actually. I feel like I'm. So Aramaa, did you tell them to just do a loop?
Situation again too.
Yeah, I assume you want them to come back from their patrol too on their own.
Yes.
My audience.
Yeah, Discord's freaking out a little bit for the audience at home.
Yes, I want them to come back on their own.
Okay. So now you have a 5-day trip back and only 3 days worth of supplies.
Yeah. So let's check the situation in our best shoes. So streetwise, I guess. And then
Yeah, that's a streetwise check. So you guys, you're still a day behind Camo, but you guys are catching up. You make it to,
easy or
we'll say both of you end up in. Yeah, it's easy. Both of you end up in Canhead.
Okay.
So you guys actually meet up again. Funny how you keep running into each other.
Oh, hey.
Ah,
Have you tried some berry coffee? That shit's delicious.
I had some swamp water.
Luckily, you guys all have canteens.
yes, you do. The filters.
Swamp water is just code name for a really, really strong coffee.
Okay,
It's really
good.
black. It's really dark.
It's really dark and thick.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't know what's in it.
I don't know how these clones did it. They somehow make coffee out of swamp water.
Anyway,
Put some hair on your chest. And other places.
And in some places.
okay.
Armaa's big sister senses go off again.
So
Okay.
Weird
you
things
guys
always
are in
happen to
Canhead.
a young 15-year-old.
We're in Canhead?
Yes.
Yeah.
I figured
Oh,
you
that's
guys would end up in the same place because
Yeah.
you guys were sharing notes.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be back here again. What I'd like to attempt to do is use, I hope it's charm, to find a way for us to get the feel of how people think about us and the clones.
Yeah, you can roll an easy charm check to gather info by speaking to people. You, sir, do you have a quest? You doing okay? Hey, you
You have an
got a hit for
exclamation
me?
point above your head.
I
Alright,
guess
one
they did
success.
Canada when I went to Big Hills, yeah.
Alright, one success. You ask people how they feel. I'll say, honestly, Canhead's probably kind of neutral. You guys did help them out by killing or capturing those raiders and,
Getting
having
those
some of the stuff
supplies
they lost
back.
returned to them, but
Yeah.
they haven't heard hide or hair of you guys since then. That's been gotta be 2 or 3 months, I think, of game time.
Like, it's been quiet for them, and it's been okay.
It's been fairly quiet. They heard about some of the ruckus in the capital, but they're just here running the cannery, so they're
Okay.
neutral.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kavis, how about you? You doing anything in Canhead?
Let's see.
Wait. After Marth again, I'd like to ask to make another roll, but I'll wait till they're done.
Well, I mean, I guess. What would I do? Well, do I actually know that Boots is doing the asking around?
I mean, yeah, probably. It's not a huge town. You can probably see him wandering around asking people that stuff.
Right. Maybe I should just ask around too. Or no, that's
You could do a sudden survey of being like, if there's something you'd like to improve like your quality of life, what would you like it to happen?
I guess I'll just do a survey.
Okay. Also roll me an easy charm check.
Easy charm. Okay, so
you guys do also actually have like 4 destiny points.
Yep.
Because I feel no reason to spend destiny points on this. You guys are okay. I see. You guys are taking care of that stuff all on your own.
But, yeah, part of me was like, I'll save that for the thing we want to do later on after this.
What advantage?
I got it. I know what's happening. Yeah, Kavis, people don't really, because you're still a teenager, people don't really respond to you like you're an adult. So you ask them, hey, I'm asking about stuff like that, and they're like, oh, what a nice young man now. Here, have a glass of swamp milk.
I was about to say a glass of milk again.
So, you can recover basically a day's worth of supplies off the hospitality of people here, but you don't actually get any questions answered.
They give you a fuckload of juice boxes.
Omega, I'm sorry, I actually didn't think this would be taking this long.
No, it's okay. I'm loving it. We're gonna need to think of a song that fits this shenanigans.
Is there a song called Trailblazing?
Honestly, all Lucky's been doing is been saving Twitter art, so I'll go look for some music. Aramaa might be browsing the HoloNet while hiding behind a stack of papers.
Actually, could Lucky be planning for our actual mission in quiet?
No, actually, that is kind of what's happening. I'm expecting that this time is happening is when we're gathering all the data.
Yes, we'll probably retroactively sit down because Aramaa will make like money rolls and stuff. Like I figured that. Yeah. I figured that this patrol stiff would basically be like, okay, and now you guys are finalizing your game plan for the actual mission while these guys are out doing stuff.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
What I wanted to do after Marth's role was also tell my clones the importance of sometimes on-site bartering or maintenance of supplies, which would be hopefully buying some rations or like supplies here at Canhead. Because I only have 1 day's worth of supplies left.
So go ahead and how much money do you have on you?
Me, I probably wouldn't have bought the whole lot, but I do have about 1,000 credits in total. About so.
Actually, here's the question: how does like credit carrying work? Is it like you have an account, or is it just like it's all like in like chits?
Well, okay, technically I have 11,000, but I wouldn't have bought the whole stack with me.
No, but you have pocket change.
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of role would you like to make me do?
I mean, it's cannery for main business.
Let's see.
So.
What's 2? It's rarity 2. Rarity 2 is easy. Yeah, I will say that's not increased because it's not actual field rations. It's trying to find food.
Yeah.
So make me a easy negotiation check.
We'll get some cans while we're here.
Get some food.
Yeah. Oh, okay. 2 greens and a purple. How bad could this go?
Hey, it works.
2 successes. So
there's a song by Rihanna called "Where Have You Been."
That's very much Kavis.
Okay, I will say you got 2 successes, so you can find up to 2 days worth of supplies. They're 10 credits each.
Yeah, I'll do that. So how many credits? 20? Or...
Yeah, 20. You add 2 days worth of supplies as you literally buy canned goods.
Yep.
Good old canned silk prawn.
Better than nothing.
Technically, you guys could have you bought a shitload of camping supplies when you camped out in the jungle for those, 3 days. You probably could have took some of that with you, but nobody said so.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Okay, everybody. Well, the back team, because
actually, question.
Yeah?
I still rolled my streetwise. What do we get from that?
Oh yeah, that's right. You rolled that a while ago. Sorry. Where was?
Considerably in the future.
Yeah, I know it's technically in the future.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I just saw that.
Space time.
You have to put it somewhere.
He's had a spicier one that he took down off Twitter because he was like, I don't think it'll work on it.
Was it the milk one?
But no, where was I? Alright, your streetwise.
Alright.
Which was, I believe that was the 1 success 2 advantage.
Yes.
I think that was the last time you rolled. Okay. So you're asking Ubeshu about how they feel about stuff, right? What's the word on the streets?
Maybe use the advantage to, I might actually take a break supplies, but we'll see. But that's maybe later.
Maybe. You got 2. We'll
Separate
see.
check.
So, first off, you see on your streetwise, so you ask people how they feel. You listen into conversations. You get the word on the street. Funny how that works. And Ubeshu's a little distant from the capital. A lot of sound whipping in there. Okay. That's fine. Most of it gets edited out. But what we're going for is that the people here, again, mostly they, like, if anybody here remembers you at all, it's because you guys blew through here, like, twice and bought some supplies. Other than that, there's a lot of archaeological stuff going kind of in the uplands, from here, down the riverway. These people haven't had a lot of contact with the war. They were kind of out of the way from some of the curfew type
What's the name of
stuff.
the town that had the Resident Evil ranch?
No, that's way out there.
Yeah, that's way in the north. You probably can't ride there.
What was that name place? What's that place called again?
Do I have it in my notes?
Because for some reason I kept thinking
that was Barvale.
Yeah, that was Barvale.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It has less than 500 people.
It's
Super small, but I think it's literally on. Was it on another continent?
It's not another continent, but it's far, far to the north.
Yeah, it's far, far to the north.
Okay.
But that's why I said Big Hills, Canhead, and Ubeshu, because they're far, but they're not crazy far.
Oh, okay. I kept thinking that was because I was only remembering the places we've actually been recently, or actually had a big thing happen.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Little confusion.
Okay, so what?
So, but in general, what you hear from Ubeshu is just there's been less, unusual animal attacks and stuff, because you guys got rid of that problem. They haven't had any problems with layabouts and stuff, so they're just no, we're perfectly fine. The war hasn't affected the economy at all. So they are generally, again, they're kind of neutral, but they're neutral in the way that, well, nothing really rough has happened with us, so, we're pretty fine down here.
How are you?
Gotcha.
Yeah. With your 2 advantages, you could probably, if not outright, fork into buying supplies, you could probably, actually, no. Yeah, you rolled 2 advantage. I can let you go ahead and buy supplies. You can acquire probably 2 advantage. It's probably, if you have credits on you.
I do.
You can also spend 20 credits to get 2 extra days of food.
I might actually need it, so yeah. I'm just going to mark off that 11k I gave Lucky.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sure it'll probably get spent one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But okay. All right, so, past team, roll survival. Don't forget your boost die from those guys who are helping you.
Right. Yeah,
God forbid you spend advantage. Well, actually, you guys have to roll advantage.
Average?
Hang on.
Yes.
Part of this, Kavis finally will just do some hunting too, because he knows that he only has 4 days.
Well, it's a 3-day trip to Ubeshu from here.
Yeah.
So if you succeed, you're okay, and then you can just maybe spend a day or 2 foraging.
Boots might have a problem.
Yeah.
I might
Also-
do successful foraging on this one.
Still a 3.
True success, one threat.
You make it at least.
Yeah,
Right.
you make it on time.
Maybe a little faster actually. Got a day off probably. I'm also I think we've learned with this that maybe actually how we as players should maybe unite up a little better about things.
Maybe.
Well, that was one of the points.
Maybe
that I
only
wanted
let people that remembers everything about the planet.
Well, that's
Well,
what you gotta document.
I hate to point this out, Marth. Is that your survival roll? I didn't know you had 2 yellows in there.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been rolling 2 yellows this entire time.
Oh, okay.
Just like
I don't know why I saw greens constantly. I guess that was charm or something. My bad. I thought you had
Green
no points in survival.
No, green was the
no
Astro.
point to astrogation.
Yeah, ignore me. I'm an idiot.
I don't know what's new.
Okay.
You just double checked yourself.
All right. So,
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Boots, you're gonna forage?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't take one... Basically, 3 days pass, you're not there. You only use 2 days worth of food, though.
Oh.
But you have spent your time and you've missed the target. So, what's your food situation like at
Well,
minus
let's see.
2 days?
That takes away the 2 days of food that we got from the place. So I think I'm about at 0.
I feel like you said you had 1 left.
Okay, in which case you have 1 day of food left.
I will say
To be
yes.
completely honest, I thought we were taking a transport back. I didn't know it was a walk back as well.
Well, you might need a pickup.
I went 5. It's like we're probably going back.
Okay. Yes, actually, I will say, because you got an extra success in there. Kavis, you actually, for once, find a good route and shave off probably about a day of your travel. However, that day is very rough. You cross across a lot of because Ubeshu is more that's got a lot of outright wetlands and standing water. You pass over a lot of heavy mud flats, a lot of deep razor grass.
Okay.
So that route is not necessarily a really great patrol route, but you do cut off the time, so you only take 2 days worth of food as you move to Ubeshu, and actually probably because
Camo's probably still there when you're there.
Well, yeah, no, because I think because he makes up a day basically with the check, so he basically catches up about the same time.
Yeah, so you probably get there like
you probably see him like roll up in the afternoon after you spent all morning doing your investigating, and his clones are now covered in mud. Some of them have a couple of scratches in their armor where they accidentally brushed up against a razor glade plant.
We're probably gonna have to go back as a group, I think, at this rate.
Well, that would be a way to do it. But here's the thing. Your day goes by, Boots isn't here.
Okay, yeah.
You wait the extra day for Boots to show up. He doesn't.
Okay.
Just like...
And that was the last anyone ever saw of Boots.
Trying to pick up the call link and just like call.
Actually, Commander, I think we should rally up supplies and we should go find our last man and then go back.
Don't. Okay, I'm saying this out of character. I would almost recommend not to do that because Boots still has to reach the goal, so if you go to find him, you have to also walk back.
Yeah, I'll just like, okay, so Camo, just call Boots, see where he is.
You work on rallying up supplies and you go forward to my boys, or my men for a bit, rally up supplies for everyone.
See and try to find some more supplies.
Okay, are you going to try and buy them, considering this is a bumping merchant town, or...
Yeah. I guess buy them, yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead and make me an easy negotiation check while they're talking. Boots, you're in a swamp. You're getting a call.
Soldier, report.
This is me reporting. We are in a swamp at the moment. We have been immediately slowed down. And yes, take those words as stupidly as you want. Look, we've been walking for a good while. My men and I believe we got sidetracked somewhere. Someone said we should have made a left turn at that like weird Albuquerque tree or something. I don't know what that meant, but we'll be there in a bit.
If you could helmet palm with a third arm that wasn't there, Camo was doing it.
Camo double helmet palms. Oh no!
Like I think, like as I said, like I set out for this. Like yes, we were trailblazing, but I specifically set out for this to be a rough training session for me and the guys here, and hopefully they'll like when we get back to base, they'll have a good rest. But at the moment, like I'm really feeling it. Survival ain't easy, especially when I don't have you guys to help with that. But
is the data pad he was using for his report and marking down Boots must always have a trailblazer for long treks.
Or we need to get Boots a compass. Anyway,
thank you for deciding that for me, but okay.
Well, no, he's just taking notes.
Yep. Concern.
Boots needs help? ?
I am the help.
Concern.
But anyway, yeah. We'll be there, I think, in maybe another day or two. But yeah, this has just been another chance for us to have more survival training. Because unlike us, we didn't have the whole ARC experience growing up.
Well, one of the clone troopers in your squad is as he's looking through the food is like we should have gone with the ARC. But he's not lost right now.
Camo not voice, like it is like body language is like
Canon number 23.
So this is what jealousy is like.
Jealousy? No. I was just being snippy with you. But you there, Claude, you made a comment. You're not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
But gotta make the best of a bad situation.
You still have 1 day of food left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need to make resilience checks yet. Please roll me another survival check. Aramaa flunks you all. You accomplished the mission, but you were dumb. Punching ensues.
So, what role should this be? A average survival or easy? I
No, it's
couldn't quite
average.
hear you.
Just make another survival
You know
check.
what? Fuck it.
Okay.
Well, you'll roll a yellow die at least. Blank.
Don't say
Nope.
that.
No, it's fine.
Oh.
Make it there in a day.
You got success advantage. Yes, you're actually able to, with that double success, you're able to make it up. You're out of food, but you've made it there with only the extra day of waiting. Kavis, you can, if somebody on the team can spend $10, you can rally up another day's worth of food. I will say for everybody in that case.
Yeah. I think we're probably traveling back as a group when considering now.
Yeah, I can do about 10.
All right, you're
Yep,
all
I-
together. Yay!
I imagine my clones aren't super hype about me, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's fair.
They've definitely,
specifically
I
made-
think. Oh, let's see. Kavis got lost the most, but he didn't roll a lot of threats. You got lost and rolled threats, so
Yeah, I rolled the most amount of threats.
Kavis's clones are probably kind of middling. They're like, the commander's still a kid. It's fine. You know, what do we expect? Camo's guys are like, no, dude, we got to roll with an arc. It was great. He's really good at this. We just kind of followed along, and when he told us to picked stuff. And your guys are kind of like, almost starved there. Almost ran out of food.
Got kind of close there.
But also they did a lot of talking, so. But yeah, you're all together now. How many days of food does everybody have?
I've got none.
I have 3 days.
Let's see. 3, then 2 I got. I think I actually still have 5. Or I have 4. I have 4. So I guess put it together, but that's not enough for a whole group as us. Actually, wait, counting the one Marth got, I would actually be back at 5 for everyone.
Okay, if you pool up all your food collectively, everybody will go. Well, I will average it out so that everybody starts back again at 3 days of food.
Okay.
Basically, you pool all your food together and then resplit it.
Okay.
So that's enough to get you back to Canhead or Big Hills or something.
Yeah.
And I'm, Kavis is already done for the stuff. So, Camo, if you all go as a group, Camo can lead you back to some of his stockpiles along the way. Though I don't.
Yeah.
Did you make any? Did you make any stockpiles on the last leg?
I made 1. That was all I did.
All right.
Yep. And I think the one
Do
before
you guys wanna? It took you about an extra. Overall, it took you like an extra day, I think, because you made up some time.
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So we did this together. Would they be giving me boost die?
Maybe we'll work on that in a
Okay.
second. First, you guys need to decide. It's been about 6 days, but you're all together. You're about to start your way back. Is anybody gonna call Aramaa and let her know?
Oh, yes. We should. Yes, we're actually going to
Yeah.
get to the end of the thing, so we're calling
Yeah,
her.
like, Kavis will
It's like-
call her.
It's like, wait. It's like,
Okay.
oh, wait. Right.
How does this
I was not
conversation
thinking
go?
about that we should...
Oh yeah, don't forget to mention
What?
that like I had some difficulties and troubles because I didn't do so well, and I will admit that.
I will say this.
You
I was
accomplished
like,
other stuff.
me as a person was imaging it like, oh, we would give them. I would make a report and then give it to her when we got back. But it's like, oh wait, I should be reporting in. Actually,
Well, yeah, you should call her and let you know that you got to the to the goal, and now you're
I
gonna.
don't know.
follow
I don't know
right
why,
back.
but I kept imaging it like, oh wait, we do the thing, they come back, and it's like that's how we do it. I don't know why
Anyway.
I thought that.
Anyway, what's the Kavis said he calls Aramaa.
Yeah.
I said before this. What does this conversation look like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just like, what does it look like? They'll just first announce that, yeah, we're all there. And then, let's just go over his own little experience, like, getting lost on 2 of the legs.
So let me get this straight. You all decided to split up, not hire any guides, take wildly different amounts of supplies.
Actually, I
Got
think everybody
lost.
went back to 5 days each.
Oh, they did?
Except Boots, I fixed the way. Did Boots go 5?
I went 2.
Yeah,
I
so
Okay, that's why
yeah.
Boots ran out of food.
You've almost ran out of food a couple times. You've gotten lost. From what I understand, communications between you all have not been the most stellar, because unlike, you three, some others have been giving me much more regular updates on your guys' progress. At this moment, I am literally 1 foot on an LAATV, about to come pick you up. And if I come pick you up, you're going to begin during the next week of intense hand-to-hand combat training. So I'm going to ask you right now, can you complete the mission without further extreme difficulties?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys have 4 days to get back.
Oh no.
So I suggest you plat the most direct route, let the most experience you lead, maybe find some local help, and maybe push yourself, guys, a little hard. Click.
So yeah, me as a person has failed, but Camo probably shouldn't have not. This is very much that lesson right now.
Anyway, you have your orders, so
Let's do all those things.
all right. Well, you've grouped up. Like I said, you've redistributed your food, so everybody has 3 days. Every team has your team has 3 days each. We'll say it that way. So a guide. You would like one, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody should probably make me some kind of negotiate or streetwise or something
Yeah.
check
I
to
can do
find
streetwise.
somebody.
I could. Yeah. Let's let the person with 4 green dice. Or
I'll wait.
however many dice. 4. So it's going to be.
Well, 4 days is 1 day under.
Oh, okay.
It's an average, but you did tell them to push, so.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like
I was trying to keep count. Like, oh wait, they got lost a couple times. That's why it took them.
No, they got lost a couple times. That's why it took them 6 days. They went a day over the time limit.
Mhm.
And because they made up days and lost days and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
all right.
like. Feel that
So
one time,
yes, give me an average streetwise to find a guide.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you find a guide. Wait, hold on. I gotta think for this. Is there a pay scale? Pay scales.
I believe that's in Far Horizons.
I believe it's in the holocron too. I just need to
is it?
scroll up to it.
Oh.
Colonist pay scale. Performance lecturers.
Okay, I want to apologize as a person, as I made mistakes as a thing. I probably.
Well, no. Like, here's the thing. Like, again, I honestly wanted to do this because I wanted to see how you guys react when I'm not yelling at you guys to do things.
And it's both in character and out of character. This is actually really relevant. It's just there are some critiques that Aramaa should make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll say this, because considering how I think of how like actual trade Camo is, I just feel like I'm not saying things he would be doing, because I'm just not thinking about it, because I've never actually done trailblazing.
Well, again, like, this is one of those things of, like, I didn't give you guys any rules about it because I wanted you guys to sit, think, and discuss what you want to do, but the problem is you guys went immediately like, we're just going to go kind of half-cocked and wing it. I'm just like, yes, but no.
They did the thing you asked, but they didn't learn the lesson you wanted, basically.
Yeah.
You wanted them to sit, think, and plan, and instead they were like, oh, Aramaa told us to do something, I guess we're going to do what you told us.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, also like how it is in real life for us, where it's like, oh, lucky says we just do it. Let's just not get him angry.
Yeah, no, that's one of those things I'm realizing, like,
Yeah,
it's like,
okay.
It's just, we've only done what you've asked us for this entire campaign, so it's like, it's hard for us to like, oh, should we doubt what he actually told us?
Okay. The guide will cost you 75 credits a day.
I can do that. I can cover it.
All right, cool. The guide has survival 2, cunning 3. So is that better than any of your guys' levels of survival and cunning?
No, I have survival 2, cunning 4.
Okay. So that just adds a flat boost die. I assume the other 2 brain trust are going to assist, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I assume nobody has better than better than your cunning or your survival ranks
I'll
total.
have 5 boost die.
Nope.
Okay, so you add a boost die for each of them.
Mm-hmm. So I'll have 5 boost and the
that's
minion.
3.
Why do you have 5 boost?
1 from a normal tool, 1 from the minion group, 1 from the 2 players, and 1 from the guide.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, you broke that down very good. That's why I asked, though.
Okay, it's just when you ask me, it's like, oh wait, am I wrong?
Well, yeah, that's always I want to be
Maybe
like,
just
are you
your
sure
tone
about that? Okay, you're sure. Very well. Okay, first leg.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, you got some extra successes, so you can probably you're taking a direct route. I don't know if a full blown 66% reduction is good, but you can definitely chop that in half and make it a day and a half trip instead of 3 days. And you've got 6 advantage. So you could spend that to basically forage the entire way and use none of your food supplies for this first leg.
I could probably stockpile, then probably...
No, stop stockpiling.
Okay.
Stockpile is to leave stuff for people. Stop it. You need to make it home without dying.
And we need to get there in 4 days.
I'm sorry. It's like, I keep doing the thing that's like, oh wait, I should actually do the smart thing. Like, no.
Yes, you should stop doing that part. It's fine. It's fine. Just make it so you guys don't need to eat your supplies.
Okay, then. Yeah, then we gotta just do 3 days of like three things of field rations. So we have like more rations, so we actually even have to like get the rest of the trek.
Yes. So you can basically spend it so you can. Well, actually, I'll ask you. Do you want to spend all of it on that and basically add 3 days worth of supplies? You still spend 3, but you'd add 3. Well,
I mean,
you spend
only
1.
spend a day and a half. Well, I spent 1.
So you could gain plus 3 days.
I could actually let's do 2 and then maybe do.
All right, that'd be 4 advantage to basically add 2 days worth of food, so you only go -1.
And then I guess we could do planning and foraging, or I guess like planning doesn't really come up, so it'd just be foraging.
Would planning come up? That's in survival. Planning would suffer strain, 2 less strain. So you could do that to suffer less strain if you rolled.
I could do it because they're pushing.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, so it's like forage for the day, and then also like planning, so we actually know the weather. So for the next leg, we actually like push a little farther.
Yes, you keep an eye on the. Okay, all right. Okay. So you guys make it back to, we'll say Big Hills, because that's where Camo came from. So he's leading. All right. So you need to make your next leg too.
All right.
Yeah. And currently, because you saved a lot of time on your leg back, and you got successes, there's no actually no. First, before we do another leg, actually, everybody make me an easy resilience check.
Okay.
Because you're pushing. You're not sleeping a lot.
I think I guess I actually.
Because that way it makes sense that you guys turn it 3 day into a day and a half, as you literally double time.
Yeah, let me just check, because I think I have some of those. Oh, yeah.
Whoa, Kavis is fine?
Easy?
Easy
resilience, you said?
Yes. It starts easy. The next time will be average.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I had outdoorsman. I actually technically would have cut all my travel time in half.
Oh, yeah, you would. Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind later. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to do my resilience.
Half of my positive dice came blank. God damn it.
You really need that third green die. Yeah, I think the way that this works is, we'll do reverse natural healing. Boots take a wound. And Camo is fine. Yeah, Boots, you're not good with this double timing thing. You take a wound.
Yep.
Okay, now it's actually the next leg, and Camo should roll his, survival check to pathfind and lead the animals.
Alright. Same as last time.
Yeah, should be the same.
Nice.
Okay, that's a pretty decent,
like,
yeah.
less than a day.
Yeah, it would be about a day back to Mort Iridu. With those 5 successes and you guys are double timing it, you can probably do it in half a day.
Okay.
I make it there in 2.
Well, you're at 2 days in more. You got 1 more day to go home.
Oh, okay.
You're half your time is up and you're most of the way there, so you're doing pretty good. All right, everybody, make me an average resilience check.
I should maybe make it, actually. I can do it like that easier. Oh, yes, I can do field rations.
Again, Boots.
Oh, God.
Actually,
shit. Okay.
Guys,
Holy shit,
because I did 2 field rations, you technically should have added, or actually, I'll do field rations, you should add a boost to your resilience checks.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing you can do. He's going to recover
Yeah,
rations, you can add a boost to your next resilience checks.
Okay, so
you guys can add boost to yours.
Yeah, add a boost to both of those. Let's see if it happens. Nope,
God
there's more
damn it.
advantage. Nope, there's more advantage.
Okay, so
Maybe do something with
I'm going to spend 3 dark pips to succeed.
Okay.
You're just anchoring
Kavis
it
becomes
in there.
really emo to not be wounded. And instead,
Oh, man, my skin.
no, I imagine that Kavis just gets quiet and surly on the road back. Like, he's not harmed, but he's just like quietly meditating and really annoyed by it. Is that your resilience pool or is that your survival to get out of here?
That's resilience.
Okay, you're fine.
I
Boots,
get a bunch of posts.
you take another wound. This whole not sleeping thing's starting to get to you. All right.
It's fine.
He's
As
gone
long
like
as I'm the only one that's injured at the end of this.
Yeah, this is just for you guys. Okay. And now it's time for your final survival roll. Make it home. Return to base.
All right, here we go.
This is where he rolls, like, all failures and threats or something.
Nice.
For, like, 2
Fair.
days.
like something.
What are you talking about? He's stolen all of my luck. I'm not rolling anything.
somehow in despair. Omega, do you want to put dark side points just
No. It's fine.
He just wants us to get...
Remember when we said, like, hell, hey, this would be the session we attack the Citadel, and it became this instead?
Yeah, it worked.
Again.
Whoa. Well, okay. He failed.
With a ton of
advantage to something.
It's a lot of advantage.
Wait, it's only one day though.
You lost a day, so you're technically only 3 days out of your 4.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, don't jot down any food. And also don't make resilience checks. We'll not make you make your resilience check yet. That's just how we'll handle that 9 advantage. Don't spend any food. Don't make any resilience checks.
Actually, I have a good idea for this. Why we take a day is because we find a fuck ton of swamp striders.
One success, one failure out of the entire roll. I can't fucking believe it.
Yes, exactly. 9 advantage were rolled. No, you're fine. But you don't. So make the roll again for your final day. This will actually be to see if you hit the deadline or not.
The advantage?
No, like I said, I figure with that kind of advantage, it's just like, okay, you guys don't need to waste your food, and you don't need to roll checks to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Because it's fine. You have a relaxing, slow day, basically.
Okay, I guess everyone just gets back up on some sleep.
Yeah, Boots is slightly injured. Kavis is feeling a bit broody.
I think he gets better after a day, maybe, hopefully.
At least it isn't like the Sith Inquisitor.
Okay, we're okay now.
You heal yourself by brooding.
All right. Hey, all of you guys need to make me a hard resilience check.
Oh, the break day didn't do anything? Okay. Actually, in this case, add 2 boost die, because I'm going to use 2 of that to make field rations.
2?
Yeah, add 2, because it's the 2 advantage, so you guys can add 2 boost.
Okay, so...
Hey, Marth, after you succeed fully.
So
Yeah,
2 success and 2 advantage. I'll just add 2 more light side points to the advantage, because why not?
Okay. So, Boots take 1 strain. You don't take a wound, but you take a strain. And while you take a break, get off your animal for a second, while you're wandering around, you basically almost literally stumble into a well, and you're like, oh hey, water. Great. I'm awake now. So I'll say that's the triumph for reliable supplies. So you find an actual well of fresh water that's not brackish or anything. A freshwater spring. So you've actually established that there's water supplies on your route back, but you take a strain because you're sleepy. You're so sleepy. Okay, and you guys actually, because you rolled a couple successes and you're double timing it, you actually make it several hours under your deadline.
Hours.
You did lose a day.
I would have had a day over it, but sadly it didn't work out.
I mean, like you said, the 4 was a little bit harsh, but they actually did make it with probably half a day to spare.
Okay.
Or a quarter day, I don't know. It's not like you're literally standing there with your watch waiting, but it's they're under the wire.
I see, I don't know, I'm assuming my office has a window, and I see them riding in.
Well, you've probably got the tracker for their surveillance tags. You see them all coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when we get back to base, what Boots will do, we'll take aside the clones he took originally, and just tell them that they did a job well done, and that despite all the hardships that they survived this, and that he hopes that they succeed in the future, and that they'll make great clones.
I wonder if everyone likes the arc more now.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this, because I have a feeling they're not going to like me so much, but that's why this is, he's doing this, because he's like, no, you guys did great. And I'm not sure if I
honestly, you didn't really lead them into harm or danger anyway. It's just, you were like, no, we're doing a survival exercise. And they're like, okay. Boy, this was really a survival exercise. All right. They're going to go back to their units and just be like, it was a thing.
Get some rest. But yeah.
Anyway, a clone's going to come down to you guys and be like, General Aramaa wants you in her office immediately.
Understood.
Everyone enters. Boots has a slight limp, like I twisted my ankle.
I fell in a well. It's fine.
I got better.
Right.
Actually, here's a weird question.
Is it?
What's filler? What are filler episodes like in the Clone Wars? Because I feel like we just did one.
There's not really. I mean, they're all episodes. They don't really. Yeah. Almost everything is like a 2-part arc.
I need to.
Wait,
you like that point?
I forgot about
the
dark.
Oh my god, we got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why do you think Omega has not been spending dark side points?
I don't need to. You guys did it all yourself.
Yeah.
I don't need any red dice in here.
Alright, so, Aramaa...
This was literally 2 hours.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too, that I didn't think
it's
about
fine.
it better, because I'm not military.
Alright. So, Aramaa's in her office. She's looking out the windows, hands folded behind her back. And she just, goes over her shoulder, says over her shoulder, report.
Camo hands her data pad.
Mm-hmm. She just
It
looks it
went
over.
As an
My-
extra, sorry.
You finish.
She goes over it. Do you guys have data pads with your information on it?
Yeah, it's rather basic.
Mhm.
Like nothing flary about it.
Mhm.
Like mentioning that like Boots will say he specifically went out of his way to make it difficult for himself. But also as an extra character flavor, Boots will be taking his helmet off, and instead of turning the chair around and sitting it that way, he will just be slumped in it.
Aramaa will very quietly said, I did not give you permission to sit, soldier.
All right. And Boots will just be leaning against the wall then, arms crossed.
Are you upset about something, soldier?
Just a bit disgruntled.
About?
Got a really sore ankle.
And why is this?
A few nasty falls on the way back.
Mm-hmm. Probably because you were pushing yourselves, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, someone did give us a 4-day time to get back.
Mm-hmm. I did. Do you know why I did that?
Because you expected more of us.
I don't know, General. Please, enlighten us.
It's because we're gearing up for the attack on the Ban Gora Citadel, and I wanted my boys back in time so they could participate. I did not expect that they would have such difficulty on a simple task. Soldier, I asked you to do a scouting mission. What made you turn it into a training exercise?
I figured it was a good opportunity.
A good opportunity to basically jeopardize your mission over what? To make
Training.
yourself look good?
Nope.
Well,
I don't
that's
need to
all I
make
can
myself
see
look
here
good.
is you wanted to prove something to somebody. I don't know whether to me or to the new boys.
No. Well, yeah.
Then please explain to me why a training mission took superseded my orders to
Well,
scout out this area.
to be completely fair, it did not supersede your orders. I was trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. However, though, I will say that, like, yes, there were some difficulties, and I did go alone. Like, well, not with these 2.
And why
But
is that?
Because I wanted to try leading by myself. Because let's be honest here.
I think you guys truly misunderstood the part of this exposition. At no point did I say strike out on your own. I'm pretty sure I once said you are collectively in charge. I wanted you to make decisions together, plan together, work together. Instead, I'm getting reports of you taking different supplies, going off half-cocked, getting lost, and you come back slightly disgruntled. I was dead worried about you all. Literally every morning I had to get up and say, no, they'll be fine. And you did this for training, Boots.
Aramaa's not mad, she's just disappointed.
I
Is
feel
there anyone
disappointed in
else you
myself.
want to chew out, General, or is it just me?
Kick his ass. Punch him.
I mean, in this case, it is actually this is
Oh,
classic
Okay, out of
military drama.
character, yes, go ahead and do it. But in character, Boots is just feeling a bit.
Well, Boots has literally got like 3 wounds or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's very individualistic.
he's
so it's like,
very
it's tough to-
tired. Actually, probably Aramaa, you've got good people skills. You can probably
Okay,
tell that
2
he has
wounds.
like
Yeah.
literally not slept in 3 days or something.
Yeah.
But if he
Sorry,
was
not
doing
3
this
wounds,
normally,
2
you
wounds.
should slap a shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
Knife hands.
Again, like
you can actually do like the
I'm
lightsaber
just
thing again.
trying to
whatever.
play it in character. The Boots is like, yeah, I messed up, but I'm a bit miffed, and I'm in that weird spot of like, I know I did wrong, but I'm also upset.
Actually, I'm trying to remember where I was in my ranting. Fuck.
Training.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Training. It's like I gave you a simple task for simple reasons. I wanted you to be in a leadership role, and all I'm getting for all this data is Camo. Yes, you technically accomplished the mission, but guess what? You pretty much left the other two behind for themselves. You leave them some little bit of food. You went back for them. But if you had been with them the entire time, they could have all of you, just benefited from your skills and experience. None of you decided to use any of the locals or use anything to make things better for you. You didn't really think about gear. You just said, let's get food and animals.
Well, I don't know. Aramaa might do that in a rant, but technically, to start this, Boots did roll very well. They picked 12 good clones for this.
Yeah, but still, so it's just the rant thing.
Part of it is like it's a weird mix between us as players not knowing the setting well, between characters that actually probably know it better than we do.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the setting.
Yeah.
Right.
You literally did not ask the GM to do any prep work. You were like, I was like, okay, I suppose this will be a check to make a map then? And you're like, okay, we'll prep maps.
Yeah, because it's like, again, me as a person did not know what I should actually be doing.
I don't know. You should think about that.
And it's like, wait, I'll get lucky bad if I ask. Cause it's like,
this is probably the reason why Aramaa's probably upset with Boots, because he specifically went out of his way to do it this way as well.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, I feel like Kevin would have done it better. I just feel like I, as a person, failed.
And Kavis, from what I'm understanding, what your clones mean, you didn't even go out with a plan. The Force provides, but men do.
Wait, did you just accidentally flip yourself off? Try to read the second finger on the left.
He has 5 fingers. So it'll be the second finger from the left. So that would be the finger next to the thumb.
Oh, the pointer.
Your index finger?
The index finger, okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. I have a meme for this. I'll find it, but...
But
it's like...
It's like...
The Force gives, but the Force also takes.
Yeah. I do understand that, Aramaa. Though,
What does that mean?
I don't know what words, come on, what are words?
No, take your time, man.
Okay.
You could give me a time to say what I was thinking of saying.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so it's like, I do understand that, Aramaa. Yes, I can say one thing, I was reckless. 2, I was trying to follow off of some of Master Logos' teachings, because as he told me, someday I might not be in the same area as you, so you can't come back to rescue me.
I feel like Master Lago should just appear, turn around in Aramaa's chair, having been here the whole time, and just be
I wanted to say that, but I guess I got skipped over.
No, we're not there yet.
He's a master of stealth.
You already scolded Camo, so it's like I feel like my time is skipped.
Oh no.
Okay.
I fully understand that there's probably going to be far more lessons I need to learn, and I do need to be able to do things myself unless I find myself in situations like I can't just say, Aramaa, come here, and it's like, and you're like 5 planets away.
Aramaa will, turn to Camo and just said, was there anything you want to say in your defense?
Did you not ask us to, in this, I guess, how do I put this? Wasn't this not a military scouting mission to where we should not let the locals fully know all the routes we've planned and coursed? And was this not a mission where you asked us to... Shit, I had something to say, like, fuck, I forgot it. This is bad.
No, I get it, man. Sometimes you forget.
Okay.
Do you remember the direction you were going for with it?
Yeah.
Yes, I just need a moment to...
Camo. Oh, I'll go off just what you said here. Camo, look around us. We're in a repurposed military base. We are literally getting funding from taking over things and scrapping them. A lot of our workforce are locals. We trade a lot with the locals. It's like, yes, counterintelligence is an important thing.
Even if you skim Camo's report, you find that he found some guys locals who wanted to be in your militia.
Yeah.
It's
like we have we have a very close relationship with the locals. Shoot, we work with the militia who are locals and will probably be using these same routes.
So was this mission not for all of us to make sure we cover all the possible routes to make?
We're making routes so we can make patrol routes so we can keep an eye out for things that might be dangerous. That doesn't just mean separatists. That means wildlife, natural disasters, foul weather, bandits.
Oh, they found some foul weather.
When Commander suggested that we split up, that's what I...
No.
So I understand.
The what? What? I'm sorry. What?
Oh, sorry. I interrupted your acts. Please continue.
Well, when Commander suggested that we split up to cover all the routes, I took that as we were going to all make routes so we could plot courses so we actually have more than once to optimize the amount of time we use. But in this case, it feels like that has gone awry.
Again, I said to do this, I gave you guys free reign to do this. I wasn't expecting... honestly, I expected you guys to make single, simple routes to each of the locations, and then from there we would expand.
Well, yeah, but Soheliv does what Soheliv does best, and it's a difficult place to trek through.
That's why you shouldn't have gone alone.
Now I think it's a good time for Master Lago to spin around in your chair. Arms folded, hands in front of his face, and be like, I believe for everyone, the message was heard, but everyone involved meditated upon the wrong lesson. Boys, what Aramaa was intending this operation to be, and which I approved, was for you to develop the knowledge and skills necessary for you to conduct these operations at a higher level under your own initiative. There will come times when we will not be available, or even when you have your own seniority, you will be leading men and training clones of your own for real someday. Thus, you need to be prepared to handle all eventualities, not just the mission itself, but the beginning and after. However, he does kind of nod at Aramaa, I do believe they have a point. You did leave them with... He kind of chuckles. You did leave them with an open-ended question, and they arrived at their own answer. As I have done this trick many a time myself. It does sometimes happen where the student picks up the wrong lesson. He kind of gives you a not quite a wink, but he gives you a little knowing nod. I'm sure Aramaa has taken Master Lago's open-ended lessons in a weird way before, considering you are now a Steel Hand adept.
Yeah.
We should meditate on successes and failures of this operation and consider for the future. Luckily, no one has been seriously injured. Nothing a few days of rest and good non-canned food will surprise. No locals were upset. No wild animals were harmed. And most importantly, no soldier has been permanently injured. He will basically finish off by saying, if you feel like you failed in the operation, or if you feel like you succeeded, you should think upon how and why this happened. And if you felt that your own skills weren't up to snuff, redouble your efforts in improving them. And perhaps the skills you will improve later, though maybe not tomorrow, since I do believe all of you do look like you need some rest, will be your close combat skills. As he just kind of... He passes by Boots and Kavis and just kind of pats you on the shoulder and be like, now everyone, you should, I believe it is approaching the dinner hour. Everyone should take their meals and get to bed, as we have a briefing in the morning. As your commanders have not been idle while you have been wandering around lost in the swamp. And he gives Kavis a knowing look like, don't you lie to me, you were lost in that swamp.
Yeah. Kavis just, gives the knowing, hand sign. He knows.
All right.
Again, you don't trust, a 15-year-old boy to lead a military group. But
the Clone Wars are a very spicy time. Master Lago understands that, honestly, Master Lago's probably trying to do a little bit better because he understands that Aramaa was rushed to war and now has problems. So we're trying to be better with Kavis, but also Kavis also needs to not die. So
yes.
Occasionally we ask Kavis to do some serious things because this isn't your peacetime Jedi Order. It could be worse. At least it's not like a Sith War or something, and there's every time you go 5 feet, there's a guy with a glow bat trying to knock your block off.
Oh my god, we could have. Oh my god, the Old Republic times. Oh god, the Civil War.
No. Serious Jedi versus Sith Wars are a real business when everybody involved has a lightsaber and can throw space rocks and shit.
And then we got giant patches of HKs pretending to be protocols. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he does that kind of pat and then gives Aramaa the nod to finish her
be right back
conversation.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm about to say something that might set fucking Boots off, so I'll wait till he gets back.
Okay.
I want to say that I feel like to my best abilities of Camo, actually did the thing. I just,
Well,
I feel like I failed as a person. Is more what it is,
Stop. You. That was. I think that's why in character I had Master Lago drop that little thing. Like, technically, you guys aren't wrong. Lucky didn't say, "Oh, make sure to gear up the whole way," but also, you guys were perfectly able to do that to make this easier on yourselves, and we didn't. You just guys, when I was like, "Okay, you will need to make a check for this," you guys just kind of rolled with it rather than, how do we set this up?
Part of it, I think, also would be like we thought this wouldn't take that long, so maybe that's what it was.
Well, again, if you guys do you see how quick it took you to get back with the rolls when everyone was combined?
Yeah, you all combined and you all.
Yeah,
pushed.
it's just I assumed it would also be a bunch of our rolls if we all went as a group going to one location, the other location as a circle or a semicircle back.
No, it would have been all the rolls.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a map of the topography in my head, so
nobody has a map of the topography. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's why I told you it'll take you blah blah
Yes.
blah days. And then the answer to the question is how many days will it take? It'll take blah blah days. Like that's the thing. Like there's no additional checks or length or whatever. It's just is how it is.
Really shouldn't have separated.
Honestly, I don't really know why you guys separated.
So why? I don't.
Hold on, breaking up a little bit.
Who said we did?
It's I don't know. You did this weird hive mind.
Wait, I think Becca asked us for all to do different astrogation checks or something. Maybe that's why.
Okay, sorry. What have I missed?
Well, we were
Alright,
just
so
because
I'm
wanted
gonna
to say something in character. We were just discussing out of character. No, I think I asked if you guys were going to plan separately or not. And
Oh, okay. I thought that meant we should do. I guess we do it separately because Omega said that. That's how I think I took it or something. I'm not sure.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, it's like Aramaa will pizza. Oh yeah, you said your pizza was arriving.
Yeah.
So Aramaa will sit in their chair with a slump. She looks very wary. She's been she looks kind of stressed, but she's just gonna say, "I guess that's everything." On the bright side, I should be glad that I didn't send you out on a combat mission. I don't even want to think of the results of what that would have looked like. She will look at Boots and just be like, "If you made that a training mission, I wonder how many marks you would have on your armor."
Oh, hold on. I'm saying that out of character, but in character, he would
Are you intentionally being an asshole, Aramaa?
Yes.
Okay, you can have a conflict.
I will.
That would
got a
get
conflict
Boots'
for being in the jungle.
That would get Boots' attention. He'd be like, "Well, no, Aramaa, if it was a combat exercise, I wouldn't do that because when it comes to the lives of my brothers, I wouldn't throw it away so easily. But then I guess we can all have mystical powers to help protect us whenever we wanted to."
I mean, he's not wrong.
But I guess we can also. But I guess we're both a bit heated, and I'm guessing we'll sort this out tomorrow when you put us through quote-unquote practice live exercise with your fists.
Again. Boots. Again, you didn't listen. You don't listen. The reason why you need to rest is we're going on a mission tomorrow. But if this is going to be your attitude, maybe you just need to stay home for it.
Okay, out of character, I thought it was mentioned that there was going to be punch practice tomorrow. That's why he said that.
No!
Oh, okay, never mind. In which case,
I mean, as Lago did say that.
Sorry, please retract. Yeah, Lago said that, which made me think. But please retract that thing about the punch practice, which is just Boots is just sorry about that, Lucky. But Boots will probably just instead of saying we'll sort this out tomorrow, he'll just say, just the same thing about the he wouldn't do such a thing and the whole mystical force stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take another conflict, because I'm going to get up. Aramaa's going to get up. She is going to walk over to Boots, and very quickly, she's going to inject them with a stim pack.
Okay. Hey, Boots, you heal 5 wounds?
What's your wound total at?
No, I see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
I heal 5 wounds. I'm at 0.
And now I'm going to literally pummel the living shit out of you.
Punch him. Hit him.
So, here's an out-of-game question. But does Loth, are you purposely going against the order of hierarchy, or is it just because he's a fellow player and you're not willing to take it as your commanding officer?
No, it's because I keep pushing his medic button.
Yeah.
I'm more just asking if it's he's purposely doing it or he's forgetting to.
Okay, Axe. Okay, I'm not trying to antagonize Lucky or Aramaa, but I'm reacting. Okay, I'm playing Boots as if he would react to this way. Boots would have been fine, but then Aramaa pushed the button.
Yeah,
I know.
pushed
I'm
the
more
Marks
just
button.
saying of all the previous interactions we've always had, where it's like it always feels like you're ignoring that she's technically.
Oh, actually,
your
emotional
commander.
abuse is 2 conflict.
Oh, okay.
And unprovoked violence, it's an NPC, but I'll count it. Unprovoked violence is 4.
So
That's fine.
I mean,
All right,
it's-
roll.
is it not? It's not totally unprovoked, but maybe a little
No.
excessive.
Like
It's 4.
I said, Boots has this bad habit of just mouthing off to his superiors. And
It's why I brought it up, where it's like I'm just not sure if it's.
Well, no,
intentional
this is
or
the
not.
Boots thing.
Okay.
And
Like, this is
Mouth
how
off his
no,
superiors and
like
to
clones
bad guys.
clones are loyal and obedient, but also some of them can be quite sassy, and some of them can doubt their commanders. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, some Jedi are really shitty at it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or-
Boots has probably only ever served because he was relatively clean and new. He's only probably ever served under Master basically General Lago and General Aramaa.
Yeah. So
This will be an average check, by the way. Boots has 1 defense because he's got Armor Master.
I kind of wonder if Camo's like served under
well,
like
I
a
do helmet on. So if he wants to go for a face punch,
Well, we'll see how-
I don't
we'll see
think
if it's
think Aramaa is calling a shot.
No.
I think she's just gonna try and slug you a couple of times.
Oh man.
Once Boots is on the ground, and you're just kind of trying to like punching him in the armor.
Now I don't know about that.
Are you wearing the crush guns or not? That's the question.
Well, the Karshgons are broken.
Oh,
Well,
What? No, you had.
I guess I probably got them
you had
fixed
8
over.
things.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. We don't know if you got them fixed. So
that's true. Well, I guess I'll still use. I'll just add the black. Whatever.
It's fine.
it's okay. We don't have to do any of the planning or anything, as we can continue to spiral down the emotional abuse and interpersonal drama.
to be,
I was kind of hoping
I'm
we
loving
have-
this.
I mean, if she crush grunts the shit out of you, then Master Lago probably has to come in here and be like, slap her silly and be like, Aramaa, you're being fucking crazy. Calm down. Like, we have to keep this train going if she tries to fucking murder you. By the way, if you use the crush guns, you're trying to fucking murder him. Like, there's emotional heat of the moment, and then there's like, no, he gonna die though.
Yeah, it's like you might have steel hands, so like your hands just magically are blades,
So,
but you
just
might want to like not
roll
have the murder
To hit him. Because
Okay.
if you roll badly, you might not hit him.
It's like I'll give you a hand, and suddenly it's just like punches right through him.
No, I'm thinking about if she whiffs the check and like
Punches the wall.
no, just ineffectually. Well, it's 1 success.
So maybe you punch the wall.
No, it can be 1 success. Easy.
Oh yeah, you would have
Oh.
to spend dark. Spend 1 light coin.
Yeah, that would net you 1 success.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna grab some Japanese mayo for my pizza.
All right.
I have to still.
This is a dumb thing, but it's like, what would Camo have to brawl with? Like, basically, if it got to where Aramaa,
It would
like,
be an opposed check to like hold her back.
Okay, I might actually have to roll it if things get bad.
We'll see what happens. Kavis might want to do stuff. Marth's typing a
Ooh.
lot and not saying things. Yes, no. If it's a
It
ranged
turns
attack,
out
then it's got
difficulty.
the bands. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at things like, huh.
Anyway, you got force pips.
Yep.
How are you spending them? Lucky?
I'm thinking. Actually, there was something I wanted to do, but I don't
You're
know if
just
I
getting
can.
it shit kicked in.
No.
No, probably not. It's only 1 success. What's your base?
Probably
No. There's something else I wanted to do when I said I was gonna beat the living shit out of him. I didn't actually mean that literally, but
Do you
now I'm
not
just
have
like,
good
A solid
options
slap
for it?
in the face.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. I don't know if I can spend like dark side points to do the exact effect.
I don't.
Like,
think I think we have one
Well,
light
what do you
point.
what do you what are you trying to do?
I wanted to do the thing where I throw the punch, but I like stop it like an inch from his nose or something.
I mean, you succeeded on the check. If that's your intent, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
You succeed. You do what you want. You don't actually hit him. You
Mhm.
do take a strain though. That's
Mhm.
roll
Yeah.
threat, which
I
makes
would
sense.
say it's the feint that you're doing.
Well, I'm not
And
gonna
then
like do
he's
the whole
just like-
like heavy mechanics or anything. Just you don't have to actually hit him if you don't want to.
No.
But you succeed on
Yeah.
your check, so it's fine.
I said I just wanted to make a cool brawl move, and just be like, it's like the Force is something that I have been trained in since I was a child. It protects me through training and discipline. It is not something just given to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
you can't
this
see that
thing-
Boots is cross-eyed at his helmet, looking at your fist.
Mhm.
No. Boots doesn't have his helmet on.
Oh, okay.
And it's like,
actually,
this-
no. This has to be. It has to be Arama's knife hand.
oh.
Just like go for a knife hand strike right at his face and just stop short.
And it's like, training and discipline has gotten me where I am today. Oh, hang on one sec.
If you're lucky, you get called away.
I think we're probably just gonna have a little prep and then start the actual assault of the.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm back. And it's just like, Boots, I try to be nice. I try to be pleasant. But I'm starting to notice a real bad habit of you mouthing off whenever you damn please. As your commanding officer, I can't have that. So, Boots, I'm gonna ask you right now, can you get your mouth under control? Because if not, we are going to have to go down to the sparring ring.
All right, General.
Smash cut to 2 days from now. Boots has been like stabbed by like 3 Bandogora guys.
It
was worth it though.
He was riddled with needles. Like,
Boots
covered
filled
heads
with
of
needles,
killing
being beat up by like 5 guys on the ground. It was totally worth it.
I totally said fuck you to that fire lady, and she totally like made the air turn into needles somehow.
But yeah, no, Boots is just nodding his head and going, all right.
Can we have a dramatic cut to 8?
I'm trying to think, like, what is the check to know if he is just doing that for the sake of ending this, or is he something that he's actually going to do?
Deception versus discipline.
What's
if
your
he's
deception?
actually deceiving you.
Yeah.
If not, I think it's just...
Okay, hold on.
Right now.
Now to take a page out of the Fate AP, I will send a message to Omega.
No, that's just some APs when it gets dramatic in general.
Why do I got a message?
What?
Waiting. Though, this might be weird, because Dallas had a hell of a time messaging me directly.
What was he? Was he mentioning about like Tomas's stuff?
Yeah. It was just about different stuff going on in the background.
I mean, for that case, it's probably just to keep it from off mic, which is.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just to make it quicker.
Oh, well, Lon's already sent me a message, yeah.
I don't know why, but I just feel bad that we kind of took that much time.
You should stop feeling bad about stuff. It's roleplay. That's the point.
I'm enjoying the in-character nonsense we're doing.
Here's the point. We always think it's going to take quicker than suddenly 2 hours in combat.
That's very true.
Yeah.
It's never that simple.
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys shouldn't be sorry about anything. I was the one who was like, "Hey, remember our mom wanted to do a thing." Like, I literally started this. I don't know if Lucky remembered it or not, or would have done it and not moved on.
This now where it's like it was all very like separate things, which is like, oh, okay. So it's
Anyway,
like, we're all doing the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's let's see.
So, what's
But yeah, I sent you that to give context as to what Lucky will need to roll if he needs to roll at all.
Are you actually lying?
If it was not lying, I'm trying to think what would be basically determining the truth out of somebody. I guess it's still a, because for some reason discipline is to resist lies. So I guess it's still discipline to like figure out their sincerity, but it would be opposed discipline, I guess. So Aramaa, what would I don't know. I guess you'll have to trust me, and I'll roll the dice spot. What would you roll for discipline?
3 yellows, I believe. Let me double check that. Let's see. Will 3. Where's my discipline? Discipline? Oh, you're there. Yeah. Discipline 3. So yeah, 3 yellows.
Okay. And then we go to DA1.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
What?
Aramaa, you rolled 2 triumphs.
Oh no.
Yes, Boots is telling the truth in so much that he will keep his mouth shut, but he's gonna be a big bitchy baby about it. So he's gonna be sassily taciturn for a little bit.
Well, as long as he stops mouthing off for a bit, we can work on repairing this relationship later.
You can stop being the funny one.
He'll still be sassy, just not funny.
Yeah. As Aramaa is just more concerned about him just publicly denouncing her. Because, that's bad. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. Oh, wait, let's see here. So that's like two.
I think Kevin wants to leave this room, but he can't, because it's like,
Nope.
he's not dismissed, so he can't.
Nope.
He just got stuck watching this. Like, she's...
I was like, so Aramaa will step back, return to her desk, and my final word to you, all you lovely men, is that leaders cannot lead by themselves. Everyone is good at something and bad at others. It is only through coming together that we are able to become greater than what we are. If anything comes from this exercise, I hope that is something you understand. Now, as Master Lago says, we have things to do, and you boys are probably hungry and tired. You are dismissed.
Okay, everybody heal one wound and heal your strain.
Alright, so I need to go eat dinner, but guys, I have a question. Do you guys just want to do like a double record session maybe? Like just cut it off here, this one, and start a new recording?
I'm sure.
I could do that, yeah. This is a 2.5 hours. I was figuring we might do the rollback into the pre-planning, but we can just do all that.
I don't know, like
I can take a break and come back. That's okay with me.
Yeah, sure. If you're okay, like going late, I can go late.
Editing's gonna work, but it'll be fine.
I can go late-ish.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll probably grab some food then too.
So like everyone take a break and come back. Because again, I didn't expect this to actually.
No, it's fair, and it's 2.5 hours. I'll do another 0.5 episode. We'll have to come when you get back to me. You'll have to.
Yeah.
I just lost comment on sassy bitch baby.
I think. Let me say this. I think So technically, we.
Anyway, I gotta go eat. I'll be right back.
Would you do anything else?
Well, yeah. Go ahead and do stuff that if you want to be on mic.
I will say this: this makes a good interlude between I think the next 3-episode arc that will be at Core Citadel.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I might be. It depends on how long it will be gone since I have Players Day stuff to do.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. We're probably only gonna.
So I think what I'm going to do, because Lucky's popped off. I think what I'm going to do for this is that
I can pop off. I can pop in whenever.
Yes. We'll take a break and I'll call the recording and I'll do all that stuff out. And I'll get back to Lucky about the progress of your scouting reports. I just want to say really quick for you three guys who did this. Even though otherwise, Loth is on a moratorium of EXP for this session, I want to give all of you a $5, basically as a little good boy point for doing your job.
Can I say I hit the motivation?
No, don't try. You're already getting bonus EXP. Don't try to milk it too hard.
Oh, okay.
So
this even includes the fact that we've said that Loth will skip some EXP. I figure for all the role playing and stuff, now everybody should get like a $5.
All right.
Okay.
Like here's your like good experience.
Yeah.
I can just say that the motivation was already hit for today's double sessions.
Yeah, probably. This honestly, this probably counts as your motivation EXP. Basically, you did an interlude that was motivation based. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll get back to that later.
Like honestly, we all
planning
based on our motivations, which is
I think that was the problem was that you guys focused on your motivations rather than say your duty.
Well, for me, I just did it like how I thought we were supposed to do it, which I just did.
Well, yeah, but that's very honestly that is whether that's deliberately in character or not. That is very much how you portrayed Camo. Camo just does the thing he thinks that he wants to do, and then when people are like, "Well, you didn't have to do it that way, I guess, but it's okay. You've done it." You're just like,
I just did it as you asked, and it's like I just did it to the utmost degree.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna pop off and export this recording really quick.
All right, I'm gonna go fill my water up.
Everybody get food or whatever they need. Whatever. We're gonna pop off. Okay. Bye everybody on YouTube. Goodbye. Okay.